Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Drop Frames, the first episode of November 2025. How was that, Zeke? How was that?
It's cut off.
What? My head's cut off?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Zeke? Huh? That's not very fucking nice, okay?
Wow.
Not
Oh,
very
man.
nice.
You don't have to be all 6'7" about it.
That's right.
Did I use it right? Did I do it? Am I doing it? Yeah. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There you
My
go.
head is cut off, though. You're right.
The funny thing is, I think you can't use it wrong.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right way to use it. That's what I've discerned. Yeah. Did you know that's what I went as? Did you make that goof? Because that's what I went as Halloween. Zeke?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what you went as for Halloween, both of you.
Yeah, I put a ruler on screen, and at the top of it was 6'7", and then people would join the stream, and every single time they would say, "Why does JP have a ruler that measures what it measures?" And I would say 6'7", and then my entire chat would groan, and it happened for about 4 hours straight. I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy
rough.
with it. I was pretty happy with it. And here's the best part. I didn't even think of the gift, or the gift. I kept saying Halloween gift, by the way. I don't know what that says about me. But I didn't even think of the costume. It was my ex-wife that gave me the idea. So you can't even be mad at me. It's not even my fault.
No, I saw the tweet now. I see the tweet
Yeah.
with you.
Not
Yeah.
my fault. That's how it is.
That's great.
What, Zeke, what about you? What'd you go as for Halloween?
When is a zombie? I had my sorry.
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. Had my wife. She woke up, or I got up early and went on her stream and sat there in the chair for about 3 hours, and she made me up. I had
Oh, wow.
rotten flesh and maggots, and I had a worm coming out of my brain, and RFK jokes, of course, were happening.
Okay.
We didn't do that on purpose. She made this little gash. She was like, maybe it's a bullet hole. It's like, but if zombies get shot in the brain, they die. I think that's the thing with zombies. And she's like, okay, there it is right there. Yep. And so,
Yep.
okay, let's take a gummy worm. So we had gummy worms. So she put a little gummy worm coming out of my brain.
Ooh.
I didn't even think about the implications.
Looks good,
But
though.
yeah, she did a fantastic
That's great.
job with all the cuts and my nose was broken. There's bone coming out, I guess.
How was the
Yeah, it was fun.
contacts? Did you like wearing the contacts?
Well, I didn't wear the contacts. That was just me rolling my eyes back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That looks like contacts to me. Wow, that's okay. All
Not
right.
bad, right?
That's horrifying.
Yeah, that is. a
No, it
little
was
bit
horrifying. Because we got a bunch of trick or treaters, and I would, they would come to the door, knock, 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 trick or treat, and I go, and I'd open the door like that. And depending on how old they were, they'd be like, "Oh my God, that's awesome!" Or like,
Actual terrifying children.
yeah. And then I for the bigger kids, I would stay in character, but for the little ones, I would definitely be like, "No, I'm not a real zombie. Don't worry about it. Break character."
Yeah.
But
That's fun.
yeah, the parents loved it no matter what.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Co, what did you? I heard. I know what the rest of your family went as, but you didn't reveal what your outfit was.
I went as a
Warren.
giant ass.
Really? Is that you? What? That wasn't a joke. Okay. All right. Okay. Where'd you get the
donkey.
Were you wearing a costume, or were you just yourself?
A big old donkey onesie. Yeah.
Okay. All
Great.
right. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it on stream. I actually owe a couple streams in it, so that's gonna happen at some point.
Oh, is that a charity
Okay.
thing? Okay. Cool. Yeah, we didn't get any trick-or-treaters at all in my house. Not a singular one.
Really?
passed by. Yeah. It really
That's so
feels like,
weird.
I mean,
You live in a
trick-or-treating's,
nice suburban neighborhood.
yeah,
Like-
trick-or-treating's different. I feel like now compared to when we
Texas?
were, well, no,
Oh.
just in general, compared to when we
Oh,
were,
okay.
like most trick-or-treating happens in like neighborhoods where it's like deemed okay to go and trick-or-treat.
Right. Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I don't think, usually it's the rich neighborhoods, to be frank. It's usually the very wealthy neighborhoods that like go crazy with their houses, or
Yeah.
have haunted houses done up or something like that. Give out the full size candy bars, etc.
Yeah. Our house is not that far from a from a school, from a elementary school. So
Ah,
bunch of kids, a bunch of families all around where I live. So
yeah. The weirdest thing I did see given out that people were giving out for Halloween was a goldfish, an actual goldfish in a like plastic bag with water. They were handing them out to kids.
what are you fucking doing? What the fuck? Don't give live things.
They
Don't
gave
give
out-
living things
they
out to
gave
children.
out
Are you
live
kidding me?
goldfish. It's so
it's
insane.
like let's just have a chance. Maybe they may have a tank that works for it, and they're not just gonna flush it. They just like right out the bat. Let's just.
People are
What
weird.
do you even?
People are weird.
So they fool their kids and they're like, let's just put it in the river. Like, let's like it's gonna live out there in the river.
Yeah, let's set it free.
Like, let's just send it back to nature where it belongs.
Let's set it free. Exactly. But
God.
yeah, overall, the scariest thing that happened, at least to me on Halloween, was seeing a Christmas advertisement Halloween night. That's where we're at.
Wow,
Dude.
It's early this year.
We went purposely a little bit late to get our Halloween decorations so we could, try and get them on the cheap. We went the Monday before Halloween, which was the 27th, right?
Okay.
And Halloween is on Friday. So we're like, okay, there's, 5 days until, or 4 days until Halloween, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, they're gonna be slim pickings, but they're gonna have stuff. Walked right into the hobby store, and it was Christmas puke before
Everywhere.
Halloween had even happened.
That makes sense at a hobby. I mean, I guess I give a little bit more leniency to a
Home
hobby
Depot.
store.
Went to Home Depot, same fucking thing.
Uh,
Just walked in, it was like, jingle bells, jingle bells. Like, Halloween hasn't even happened yet. Halloween
Yeah.
is this Friday.
Yeah. Mariah's getting thawed out.
Oh my God,
know.
it's awful.
Earlier a little bit every year. It's
You should have
spooky.
seen, like, because I went with Katie, and we walked in, and her face just went, "Ugh." I've never seen someone actually go from joyful to crestfallen so quickly and so visibly. She just walks in and it's like, hey, Halloween shopping, Christmas. Let's go home. So that's exactly what happened. We went to two places. I took her home and then I went back and got Halloween decorations. Like, I just snagged up everything I could.
Well, tis
Yep.
the season,
Yep.
I suppose.
Tis
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
And we were the full candy bar house, so we were pretty popular.
Boom. There you go. That's the best way to do it. If possible, that's the best way to do it. On today's show, we'll do the normal stuff, but in about 50 minutes, maybe an hour, we've got the Obsidian devs joining us. And we were not able to do a sound check for Twitch viewers, so we will be taking a little bit of a extended break, just to make sure everyone sounds and looks good when we set up for that. And we should have about 45 minutes to an hour to talk about the Outer Worlds too with them. And then we'll get back to the show as normal. There's really not too much news going on. It's really kind of video games coming out. I guess the biggest point of conversation, I wouldn't really say it's news. Amazon Games Studios they just, like, what, 15,000 employees? They shut down New World right after releasing a expansion 3 weeks ago for the game.
Lord of the Rings MMO is gone.
Lord of the Rings MMO's canceled again. I think that's the second time that's been canceled. The New World thing is especially sad because they were having kind of a resurgence in that
A
game.
little bit.
The most recent expansion that came out, which I don't actually know the name of, there's a ton of marketing for it on Twitch, and players seemed to, think that New World was in the best place possible. And now, if you go look at the, I might actually bring up the numbers on Steam, because it was like huge peaks and valleys every single day, reaching new highs. And then they announced that the game is done and kind of no more updates are ever coming out for it, and it just flatlined. Like people were
It was just pulling the plug.
yeah.
Yep.
Why would we play this game? Why would we play this game? I think I saw also the devs lost or rather left a like goodbye message hidden in a quest in that game. So that's very, I guess, sad to see, but also cool that that they, you know, loved that, but not good times over there, to say the least.
No.
Let me see. Yeah, so you can see right here. Look at this. Look at this chart. This is them like hitting, you know, 42,000 every single day. And then it was announced, oh, we're done. And then it just tanks. And now it's basically a dead MMO.
It's just the outro.
Yeah. Till they, you know, I think they said they plan on keeping the servers up for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact date and or time, but end of 2026 is what they said. Okay, sometime through 2026. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's good.
It'll be up for a while. But yeah, this game peaked 4.1 years ago when basically everyone on Twitch was sponsored to play it. I know I was. I think, Code, did you skip launch for that game? I remember you. There was something.
Oh,
Didn't something happen?
yeah, I was supposed to lead one of the sides.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, there was this huge push across Twitch, and they like 100 creators, and there was 3 sides, and I was supposed to be one of the captains. But the short of it is, I played it a couple weeks before it went live. I played it offline, and you know, to be a captain, you had to play this game like I think like probably 40 plus hours.
It was
you had
a
to
lot.
really get into
commitment. Yeah.
Yep. And I played it offline, and I was just like, I can't do 40 hours of this. Like this is not what I can't do it. It wasn't for me. This wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little too shallow, a little too actiony. Like it didn't really feel like an MMO at all for me. So.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, for what it was super cool. It had a thriving community. It was kind of like Dead by Daylight, where it had like a little streaming community thing going on as well. A lot of casters loved playing it every time the updates came out. It wasn't my flavor, but it certainly was a lot of people's flavor.
Right.
So it is super unfortunate to see it shut down. There was a lot of very public coverage, just like you said, when the latest expansion came out. It was pretty wild to hear it go down right afterwards. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. They not necessarily something I thought was actually a possibility to occur, that they would have such a big release with season 10 and the Night Haven update, as it says there, and really satiate the wider player base for that, if not draw in new viewers. I mean, they spent a ton of marketing money and funds on Twitch alone, sponsoring a bunch of different streamers to come and play it. And then 3 weeks later, they're just like, well, yeah, we're done. We're not going to do this anymore. We're going to go put a bunch of money into AI because that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Which is where
a lot
of fun.
How does that happen? Like, it's so funny to see like things like this happen where they spend a bunch of money and then they just fold not too long afterwards. That's
yeah.
It's happened like in different areas of the gaming world for the last few years.
Yeah.
Like, here's a whole bunch of money promoting, and then Concord.
I'm trying to find
big old flops.
I don't know if it was PC Gamer that reported on this first, but it was basically revealed that Amazon's entire thing with Amazon Game Studio was to create a new Steam. That was kind of like where all of this money.
A deployment platform?
Yeah, they were trying to create a deployment platform. They were trying to create a new Steam and kind of take over that. But I need to find the full article on that because it's kind of a wild thing to even consider, especially given how they went about it. Is it from this Blue Sky? Oh, it might have been from a Jason Schreier article on Bloomberg, where this was, they cut 30,000 corporate jobs. Amazon did in his article, but Maybe it was from Ethan Evans. I don't know. There's a bunch of different things I need to read through rather than just looking for it on. Oh no, it was Ethan Evans, former Amazon VP. As VP of Prime Gaming at Amazon, we failed multiple times to disrupt the game platform Steam. We were at least 250 times bigger, and we tried everything, but ultimately Goliath lost. Here's why. The 15-plus year-long attempt to challenge Steam started before I was VP of Prime Gaming, but we never cracked the code, not under my leadership or anyone else's. The first way we tried to enter the online game store market was through acquisition. We acquired Reflexive Entertainment, a small PC game store, and tried to scale. It went nowhere. Then after buying Twitch, we created our own PC game store. I remember that. Our assumption was that gamers would naturally buy from us because they were already using Twitch. We were wrong. Finally, we built Luna, a game streaming service that let people play without a high-end PC. Around the same time, Google tried the same thing with their product Stadia. Neither gained significant traction. The whole time, Steam dominated despite being a relatively small company compared to Amazon and Google. The mistake was that we underestimated what made consumers use Steam. It was a store, a social network, a library, and a trophy case all in one, and it worked well. At Amazon, we assumed that size and visibility would be enough to attract customers, but we underestimated the power of existing user habits. We never validated our core assumptions before investing heavily in solutions. The truth is that gamers already had the solution to their problems, and they weren't going to switch platforms just because a new one was available. We needed to build something dramatically better, but we failed to do so. We needed to validate our assumptions about our customers before starting to build, but we never really did that either. Just because you are big enough to build something doesn't mean people will use it. That was a LinkedIn post from Ethan Evans, who is a former Amazon VP. So I don't disagree with them. At the end of the day, I feel like Steam, I don't know how you compete with Steam, really, and it seems like they don't either. I saw a very interesting response to that from, his first name's Chet. I think his last name's Falazic. He was one of the OG devs on Left 4 Dead, and he worked at Valve on multiple different things over the course of time and was talking about that. And his response was that Amazon never cared about developers. They never spoke with developers like one-on-one. And that was where they messed up, was that it was never a developer first initiative. It was always we're just going to build it and hope that the consumers show up, which I thought was kind of an interesting way to look at it. He's definitely got the experience to know that, being at Valve for however long he was. And I think he's consulted on, tons of other platforms, Google Stadia, all the different things out there. But ultimately, that's where this whole New World thing, I guess, kind of ends up, is Amazon was just cutting ties. It honestly made me, and this is kind of where I can bring it back into Twitch, it made me worried that Twitch is up on the chopping block. Because, like, they very much believed that Twitch was going to be somehow involved in, like, creating a store front for Amazon, and now that there's no need for that, I don't really know the, like, benefit of Amazon having Twitch. I can't really think of, like...
Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't say the chopping block is the same, because a chopping block for Twitch would probably be a sale. So, I mean, that would look a lot different.
Yeah,
I feel like. Now, they did just lose employees. I mean, there was yet another set of layoffs there.
They were part of that layoff, yeah.
Yep. So, that they're definitely not immune to that. But yeah, I mean, I think the idea of Twitch getting sold has been something that's been percolating for a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if anything, this could, strengthen that even more.
Yeah.
How much money it's making them these days, which we don't know.
That's right.
If it even is.
I don't, my thought is, I don't know. Amazon might be like the best devil so to speak, to use that phrase. I don't know who else would like, I don't think Microsoft would want it. They already tried, right? And
Microsoft probably wouldn't try.
Yeah.
I don't, the unfortunate reality is one of the biggest most flush with money organizations right now is the Saudi Arabians. That is
Yeah, is it PIF
yes.
or whatever that
Yes.
fund is called? Yeah.
That would be concerned. YouTube, I don't know why Google would buy them. Like because they have YouTube gaming and everything. Like I could see Google doing that, but it would just probably in some way get amalgamated into that whole thing. So that could be weird.
Yeah.
That wouldn't, I wouldn't say that would be more, that wouldn't be a sale. That'd be more of like an absorption. Just take the client list and the emails basically. But yeah, and then there's Elon, of course. He has a lot of money and does big stupid purchases whenever he wakes up and decides to.
Yeah, sure.
And then we could all stream on Twix or whatever he calls it.
Twix. Yeah.
But so
oh my God, Twix.
not,
no, God, no. I just saw it in my head and I hate it out. God. Oh, why is this our timeline?
But there's not really like a lot of overt purchasers of Twitch or what they would do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I am under the belief that I feel like that will happen within the next 5 years, that Amazon will get rid of Twitch or sell it off to someone. I just don't know who it is. Or like what the benefit is. Like Twitch doesn't make money. So is it just like an advertising arm, I guess, at the end of the day? Or marketing arm? I don't know.
The thing when you have a company as big as Twitch making as much money as Twitch, in a lot of ways you can kind of decide what the product is going to be.
True.
And what you're going to make, what the service is going to be offered. So I mean, for all we know, when Amazon picked it up, they pivoted whatever Twitch had been before into whatever they wanted it to be, and that's kind of why we've seen everything go in the direction it has. But yeah, I don't know, man. These days we'd have to know what's actually making the money. I mean, there's still an obscene amount of money with all the cuts they take from bits and sub revenue and all that kind of, like, they're just absorbing a huge amount of money. Then the ads on top of that, then sponsorships. Like money's going in. Of course, we don't know how much money's going out. So, I don't know. The whole thing is kind of a mess. The biggest concern I'd have is, I think, didn't Twitch kind of get mostly integrated with AWS? So like,
yeah,
I wonder how that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder, would the sale entail like a 6-month package of AWS servers? Like how would that even work? What would that look like? That's yeah. I don't know. Strange.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess the one thing we do know is New World's done, at least till I guess down but not out till sometime in 2026, late 2026, with that title. So everyone I know that played it has quit it. People that were like super about it were like, well, I'm not touching it. There's no reason to. This is all just going to get turned off in 18 months or whatever. So why would I play it? Especially when there's so many other things to play right now. So they stopped it. And it seems like that's where that game's going to go. And we'll have the eventual final stream of New World where everyone holds hands as the servers get turned off sometime next year, which can actually be fun. The end of MMOs are actually a lot of fun to be around because it's a unique experience.
Little part of history closing down.
Yeah. I was there when the Matrix Online shut down. I was there when there was another one that shut down as well. Was it Anarchy Online? Is that still running, or is that?
No, Anarchy is still going. Yeah, Anarchy Online is still going. Well, there's iterations of it still going.
There was Wildgate. I remember Wildgate. I remember City of Heroes.
Wildgate's still up. WildStar?
Yes, WildStar. Yeah. Not Wildgate.
Because unfortunately, Wildgate's about to be that from what we're understanding.
Wildgate is the Dreamhaven game, right?
Well, yeah, that's the spaceship fighting one.
Yes, that's the
fighting
game.
game. Yeah, that is not doing so hot.
Yeah. Warhammer Online. Yeah, there's been a bunch. Oh yeah, SWG, Star Wars Galaxies. That one was pretty nuts. But now you can play it again. I think they have like classic servers for that. So yeah.
No, I wanted to while you were talking about like Amazon and
Vroom.
Yep, intersection.
Is that Kate? That was Katie tearing out.
Yeah, that's Katie.
She's tearing ass up.
Yeah.
Now, when you were talking about Amazon trying to compete with Steam and all that kind of stuff. And the article that you're reading said like Steam is a relatively small company, and I was like, you know what? I'm curious. Like, how many people actually work for Steam? And it's, by all accounts, less than 100.
Yeah.
It is fucking small. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize like how small that Steam team is.
Yep.
I definitely did not. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And then
They're
you,
making so much money.
Yes, they are.
Those 100 folks. Holy shit.
Yes, they are. I mean, Gaben quite literally lives on a yacht that pulls a second yacht.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember when those congressional invitations or whatever came, people were joking that he was going to have to park his yacht, like walk to Congress.
Now, I'm not talking about like Valve, right? I'm talking about just Steam, like just working on Steam itself.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, not
that's
at
a
Valve,
good difference.
the entire company, Valve. No, I'm talking about just the Steam staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in my chat says 340 employees at Valve, 80 work on Steam. So still not that big. Yeah.
Yeah, less than 1,000 people at Valve. That's less than 500.
Yeah.
I mean, relatively speaking, how much money they bring in, that's a small company.
Yep. What else do we have? Cole, did you see the Deus Ex art director reacting to the remaster?
Can you unaugment my vision, please?
Yeah. Well, he's the quote was, "Oh, what the fuck? No, this did not need to happen."
Yeah, it's a little weird because they took this very strange like half step towards a like it's a remaster, but they changed some things pretty dramatically, and in not so great ways. So they now it looks like updated, really old. It's like this weird, not comfy look, and a lot of fans are just like, man, the mods that just add in like the lighting and textures and stuff are so much better than whatever this is. And yeah, it's been a little unfortunate. Yeah,
Little unfortunate.
So that's the thing. Units sold wise, I thought this was kind of a cool stat. The Persona 5 series, so not just Persona 5 as a game, but the entire IP, which includes like what, a fighting game, Persona 5 Royale. There's the like tactics game. There's 6 or 7 different games. They've sold 13 million units across that IP, which great. Put it all into Persona 6 and fucking release it already. Stop making spin-offs, goddammit. Give me a Persona 6 sometime soon. That's really all I can comment on that.
13 million units. I mean, there's still blood in that turnip. They're trying to.
Yeah. I think, don't they have a mobile game now too? I'm pretty sure they have like a gotcha mobile version of Persona as well. That I bet you makes about as much money as 13 million units. But yeah. I think that's kind of it for the past week. Chad, am I missing any like big stories? There was like the CS:GO knife thing that happened where they just like decimated
the market.
Yeah, that decimated the market. Which we don't really have.
Are we shucks? Like shucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot of interesting losses, but also gains around that. Some people didn't have a shit ton of knives. The PlayStation 5 Halo thing. Yeah, that Halo remaster. I could pull up some footage of that. That was announced at the Halo Championship series or whatever that happened. They announced the Halo Combat Evolved Remastered. And the person that announced it was wearing a PS5 shirt because it's coming to PlayStation. Which, as someone that grew up with Halo, kind of fucking weird to see Master Chief on the PlayStation.
That's kind of like, in a lot of ways, that's the final nail. Like, that would be like if they announced that Mario was coming to to PS5. Like, that's it. That's kind of done.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big flagship character for Xbox for a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say apart from that. Have you guys seen the footage of it? Do you want to see some footage of it?
Can sure.
They've made some like I guess changes to it. There's, for example, I know like the assault rifle has I think it's 20, it's either 32 or 24 bullets in the magazine now compared to the 60 of the original. People saw that. There's a bunch of things regarding the layout of the level. So if I don't know how much Halo CE you guys played, but in the Silent Cartographer map, which is the one where you land on the beach, there's a pretty, I guess, well-known fight against two elites that happens once you get kind of up off the beach, and you were always on foot fighting those. Now you can drive a Warthog into the area and fight the two elites with that. So they're making some changes. Here's some gameplay, just so you guys can see it. It looks good graphically, like there's no doubt about it, that it looks pretty impressive. It is like a diehard Halo person. I don't know. I guess it's not for me, right? This very clearly for a PlayStation audience, or for people that are 20 years younger than I am that have never played Halo, is really, I guess, the gist of it. And that's fine. If this sparks enough interest in it, where they're like, all right, we should make a brand new Halo thing, that Infinite didn't do well, but this did well, so we'll do something, we'll do something. Then great, I'm all for it. But for me, I'm good. Like I'll stick to my Master Chief Collection version of this, and that's probably it. Even with all the cool graphics and whatnot, because it does look, like I said, quite good. Very good lighting effects and all this stuff.
Yeah, very pretty.
But that's that. Zeke, you were looking something up. Was it related to this?
I just wanted to make sure. No, I wanted to back up, like, and make sure, like, it was a real thing, but like, and it wasn't just like, the White House, like, official X page tweets out the Halo, like,
yes,
the power to the players thing. I didn't know if that was real or not, and I was like, God, I don't want to talk about it if it's not real. It's fucking real. And I'm just like,
real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro, that's woo, America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing. It still is. Yeah. Yeah, they used a bunch of there was one as like Trump as Master Chief, and I think ICE had like a Halo poster.
Lord.
Just typical stuff here in America these days.
I repeat my comment about this timeline.
I think that, so I don't know enough information. There was a Nintendo patent that got rejected from the Japanese patent office.
Yep, the creature one.
Yeah, and it's relevant to the Power World dispute. And they cited that games like Ark existed already, and it's not just like Power World, so they threw it out. But my understanding was that this was not, like, this was expected, and that it's not like as big of a blow as everyone was celebrating, which is kind of always the case. But I don't have the context for that on why it actually wasn't. So if someone in chat, there was no intentive step involved. Okay, we're getting into like legal jargon at this point. So I don't know if I want to comment too much on it. I know that stuff happened.
Step? Is that a new?
Oh, inventive step involved, meaning that Power World didn't invent that, or that Nintendo didn't invent that, or something like that. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that. Everyone celebrated that as like screw you, Nintendo, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. So I might look into it more and circle back around there. I think that's still very early in that whole thing. So we still have a long ways to go to see what's actually going to happen. But that's pretty much the news. Like I said, a slower week this week.
No, Legionnaire from my chat said, good. Nintendo didn't invent throwing a ball. And I was just thinking about, like, Oh man, they could sue like baseball, like Pokemon invented throwing a ball, just period. That's it. Look at the patent. Figure A, arc B. Like it shows throwing a ball. Like we're suing everybody who throws a ball in any sport ever.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. That's the Nintendo way. That's the Nintendo way. It has been quite some time since we've been able to just chat video games. We've had the chance to have a lot of guests on recently. We have more guests today and more guests next week. But for now, we can talk everything that we've been playing over the past 3 weeks, I suppose. Just, just jam it in this like 15-minute segment or however long.
I was going to say, okay, we could either talk about the games we play or just have Zeke list the titles that he's played. Like literally, that would be all the time.
Yeah. My stuff is short, so I don't mind taking the small bit of time that we have to discuss that. And I think some of Zeke, did you play any Ball Pit?
I did. I played one full stream of Ball Pit.
Okay, you did a stream of it. Code, did you touch that? Did you touch Ball Pit?
I have not touched the ball yet.
Okay, I have completed,
but I
Pit.
Want to.
It's completed.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Let me pull up the played. 22.5 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
That
nice.
that's by completed. I mean, I saw New Game Plus. I saw credits.
That sounds like completing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Completed a run.
Essentially, like New Game Plus is kind of endless, I suppose. But
Sure.
yeah, that game's fantastic. Once you like play it, it's really hard to set down.
That is why I haven't started.
Yeah, it's pretty addicting. And I think what does it cost? I think it's $15. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam. Came out dead center of October on October 15th. And I think that game really shines because of the characters that are in it, the characters that you unlock. How are you guys on character specific things in the games? Is that spoilers for you? Do you guys care about that?
It doesn't really bother me, but
it kind of depends, maybe.
You're not gonna play a Co. Shut up.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Co's not gonna play it.
There's way too many games out right now that you're in the middle of.
So yeah, it's more about the mechanics of the characters. Like towards the end of that game, it gets kind of grindy, right?
Yeah.
And the way that the game solves that is by introducing characters that quite literally play the game for you. And I don't mean that as like
Yes, I unlocked that.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
I don't mean that as like they make it easy. It becomes an idle game where the characters pick everything, choose everything, play the entire game for you, and then you just collect.
Play the Ball Pit like levels, the gameplay levels.
And you just collect the resources at the end. And then
funny.
you choose the characters again, and it's like that. It was great. I loved that because on my day off, I was like answering emails, and I would like alt tab into the game and be like, "All right, I need to do this level, and I need to unlock this thing and this thing. So let's choose that guy. We'll combo him with this character." And I'll see you in 10 minutes. And then I would just alt tab and go back to typing emails. And it would solve the level. It would complete the level.
That's fucking. I got half of that combo. Thus, in my 7 hours of playing.
Yeah.
So okay. I need to find. I kind of want to go back and find the other half of that combo.
Yeah. Well, there's the conspirator, which will choose everything. I think it's the conspirator that'll choose everything for you. And then one of the like later game things is literally where it just plays the game for you. I forgot. The cogitator. Sorry, that's the one that chooses everything.
Cogitator.
Yeah.
Nice name.
But it's fantastic. The radical. That's who it is. That's the one that plays.
Okay,
for
the
you.
cogitator and the radical.
So I had a blast. I would say of those 22 and a half hours that I played, probably 6 7 of them were autoed.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy
wow.
shit.
it's
Okay.
it was awesome. Like I thought I was gonna be upset because I was like, why would I want it to? Why would I like want it to play the game for me? But then as you like have all of the things that it gets you when it plays, and it kind of does better than you most
Yeah,
of the
right.
time, you're like, this is great. This is awesome. This is fantastic. So
Can I just say, I wonder which the three of us are going to be adopting like life AI first.
I'm not getting that new robot. That's for damn sure.
If it could do it, I mean, let's go. Just looking around the house, you can do laundry. Let's go.
Dude, you say that, but can I tell the audience what you messaged me?
Oh
earlier?
yes, dude. Oh my god. Did you see? Okay, I saw something else about this.
I
This is
saw the
great.
memes about it. Yeah.
Okay, are you the one that sent me the one with the dishwasher or the?
No. I
Oh,
think you
man.
found that on your own. Yeah.
Dude, it's sitting there. Okay, first of all, let's tell them what we're talking about before
Yeah,
we start getting into the
Yes,
memes
please
of it.
do.
There's God, what was the? Let me just pull up your DMs. What was
It's
the
called
name of it?
X Power or something. You can now buy an in-home robot, straight up robot. It will do basic chores. It's like covered in cloth. I think it's called the Neo, maybe.
Yeah.
Here it is. Like this is 100% real. And it will map your house out. It will do basic chores. It'll do a thing. You have to pay a monthly fee, I think. It's like $20,000 a year.
$500 a month or $20,000 one-time fee.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like it's a whole thing, and it can do anything that you could basically think of it. But what's funny is like there's videos going around of people that like tested it and stuff. One of the videos is this poor robot trying for like a solid 3 minutes how to open this dishwasher. And it like can't figure out how to close it, and it like goes under the door and like tries to poke it. It like doesn't work, and then it like tries to push it, and it doesn't, like, it cannot figure out the latch of the door, that it goes like this. So it's like trying with all of its power to compute, how do I work this thing? Like it's testing it. And yeah, it's not, I would say it's not quite there. Like
No.
not like it does some basic things pretty well. I looked into it, like, you know, like Roomba, basic stuff, you know, but it's supposed to like learn and do all these other things, and it's just not.
Yeah.
Not there.
Most of the demo testing that I think has occurred was someone controlling it third party.
Oh, even with the dishwasher?
That might have been like a third party.
Were they trying to figure it out with the thing? Because like, oh my Lord, dude.
Yeah. So, you know, if you got 20,000 lying around, don't this picture. If you would have showed this to me, and when you sent it to me, I was like, this is a joke, right? Like this is a meme website. And you're like, no, this is real. This is real. But yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Chad is saying it's human controlled the entire time.
Yes, in the demos. But I think in the
No. Chat's saying, someone in chat just said it's always that way. I thought it was supposed to be an AI thing.
Oh, I thought the goal was like to have
until it learns.
Yeah.
That's how it learns.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, that's so okay.
Yeah.
You know,
so there'd be someone in your house like controlling a robot for a while.
In the world,
I'm gonna have to
right
look into
now
this more. I'm gonna have to look into this more. This sounds crazy. Sorry.
Yeah.
The saddest job in the world right now is the person who's controlling that robot, the first batch to go out, because you know it's going to be wealthy sex perverts who want like
Oh no.
and you're just sitting there trying to control the robot like, oh
No.
not again. The 7th time today. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'll only go as far as letting AI control my balls. I'm not gonna let it happen through a robot.
Right.
Okay. I'm not gonna let a robot into my home. But if they want to control the balls,
pit, though?
yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's a good question, Zeke. Still answering it.
The company, here's someone from chat. The company has promised it will be autonomous. The technology is not there yet. So the company currently has workers remotely via the robot to keep it on track.
Jeez.
So they will eventually be
on
remote.
track.
That is the plan. But they are a human assisted from the sounds of it.
Okay.
Human assisted, maybe.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Still,
the
that's-
second saddest job in the world is the hotline for like trying to repair your robot because it's
Dude, you know they're gonna get some
dirty.
interesting
It's
calls.
dirty.
Yeah.
And you
No,
need
okay.
Well, that's what I told. That's what I told Co.
No.
Or maybe I was talking to my chat about this. The fact that they went with like fabric to cover this thing instead of like, I don't know, the fucking silicone that it's most likely covered in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I
so
would've-
much.
I would have put it in a suit.
Yeah, it's
Walk
gonna
around
be
like a full 3-piece suit. Like that'd be pretty.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty.
It'd be
dapper.
such a
Give it
pain
little
in the
fedora.
ass to
No, dude.
keep clean.
Like but you remember that scene from American Psycho where he gets out that like clear raincoat on like
Yes.
the entire like in his apartment? That's
Yes.
yeah, that's what I dressed the robot in.
Yeah, yeah. It should be able to clean itself. But yeah, I guess in the long run, yeah. That would kind of defeat the purpose.
Like, cut fast forward to the robot in the shower like washing itself.
No, but that's not even AI. That's just the person controlling
That's
it.
the remote controlled
Controlling
person taking the shower. Oh god.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Jesus Christ.
The
Yeah.
things I've seen.
Zeke, you hurt sometimes, sir.
Yeah. So in summation, go play Ball Pit. Don't
Yep.
buy a $20,000 AI robot to clean your house.
Human assisted, hardly AI robot.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. What else? Oh, I. This is a unique situation for me because I finished, or rather, I played and finished an entire game, 41 hours worth is what it took, completely off stream. I never streamed a second of the game. And I think that's the first time that's happened in probably at least a decade, maybe my entire Twitch career.
Okay.
I didn't stream a single second of. We joked about it the last time, and you guys even got me to sing the theme song of Digimon Story Time Stranger. Because I played some Pokemans, ZA or whatever. I
Yeah.
played about 10 hours of that, and I was like, I get it. I understand it. Like I understand the Pokemans, but at the end of the day, it's the Switch 2 still kind of like I think damages that game more than anything. It was running at 60 FPS for what it's worth, but that game has like actual JPEG images in the windows of reflections of like a street, and then when you turn around, you're like on top of a skyscraper, and there's no street behind you. Like that's the type of shit that we're dealing with. Pokemon right now. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough out there. It's a game freak moment. Yeah. And so that's why people are like, oh, you gotta try Digimon. And I hadn't played it, and I hadn't played a Digimon or even thought about a Digimon game, let alone the IP in 20 years. And so they put one out this year. It's pretty good. I would say I'll steal what friend of the show and frequent guest Dan's Gaming said. It's everything that Pokemon should be in terms of like how it runs, everything that's in it, the graphics, and the kind of, I guess, generalized quality of life across the board. It's a pretty good time. I had a lot of fun playing that. There's like 400 plus Digimon in it. The one thing I will say, I don't think, much to the dismay of Pokemon fans, and they've tried. Trust me, they've tried. You can find some pretty obscene stuff out there. There's not a lot of hot Pokemon. Digimon's like, what if there were hot Pokemon? There's a lot of Digimon that are like just straight up like very attractive. It's like, here's a dragon or here's a dinosaur. By the way, that red dinosaur, well, a couple of evolutions down the way, that's going to potentially turn into a lady with very big chest and maybe wearing like half a bra. So that'll
The
be
dinosaur turns into that?
yeah.
That's the evolution?
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's maybe my one thing that I was confused about. Digimon don't have a set like upgrade. Like they don't have a like a Pikachu into a Raichu into a whatever I don't know the full thing.
Sure.
It's more just like this thing can turn into this thing, but it can also turn into 4 other things. You get to choose what you want it to turn into. And that becomes like if it's like Digi-evolution. And gameplay wise, that's part of it to where you go from A to B and then B to C. And then once C hits max level, you go back to B and then let that level up and then go back to C, and then it can reach an even higher max level. And so there's a lot of like devolving and evolving the different creatures, which I don't think is the case at all in Pokemon.
So would you agree with Z-Man from Coast Chat? It goes like this: Digimon evolution baby to juvenile to kitchen appliance to not safe for work.
Yeah.
That sounded right. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it. I mean, there's some really fucking weird looking Digimon. There's a Digimon that's just like it's like a cowboy, like a full on cowboy. He's got 2 hands, 2 arms. He's walking around like this. And then he just has a 6-shooter gun coming out of his chest. He's just walking around. And like, that's what he looks like. It's like basically Gunmon, I think is his name. Or Texasmon. I forget the exact name.
Amerimon.
Yeah, there's some like really.
Oh, do they all end in Mon, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I think so. There's like, they've kind of got every type of Digimon. They've got like straight up Trashmon. They've got Poopmon. That's a guy. There's a Catmon.
Yeah, it sounds like they're just like looking for nouns. Like, Chairmon, Calendarmon, Lightbulbmon, Flymon, Lightmon, Air Conditionermon. Just looking around at their
Air Conditionermon. Oh.
Nounmon.
Yep. There's a lot. I'm trying to see if I can like just pull up some footage of it, because I don't have any footage of me playing it, which is a very weird thing to say.
How many hours did you put into this?
41.
Damn, dude.
I finished it. I saw credits.
Wow.
It actually has like I'm not going to go as far as to say a good story, but I will say that there is a story in it. But it's filled with a ton of like anime tropes of like, oh, we got to go defeat the evil thing. It's so evil. Oh my God. That's a Digimon, by the way. That's a Digimon right there. I'll point out all the Digimon in this trailer.
Do they just become people?
Kinda. They kind of are people. That's Digimon there on the left.
Which one? The girl?
No, the guy on the right.
No, the guy.
Yeah.
The one with the horns.
Those are both Digimon. You play that person. That's you. That bear is a Digimon.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna point out every single one. Also, his name's Bearmon. Just so you know, that's a Digimon. He's one of the famous 12 Digimon. That's not a Digimon. That's a Digimon. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, this is like a game show.
I was gonna say this is a new game.
That's an evolution of a Digimon.
Right.
Those are all Digimon. That Pegasus is a Digimon. That's Digimon riding another Digimon. It's very anime, in case you weren't aware. Absolutely anime. Oh, no. By the way, those 3, let me ask you guys, who do you think these 3 people are? What would you say these 3 people are?
I'd say they're probably Digimon.
I would say they're the Council of Elders.
Zeke's actually closer, but not exactly correct. Those are the 3 I guess, gods in the game. They are,
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
yeah, they're like the,
The most powerful beings in the universe.
yeah, they're
There
the
you go.
reason for everything existing.
Yep. That's what I would have guessed. How old
super
do they
nice of
look?
them.
12? Are they
like
girls? Do they have
12.
the schoolgirl thing? Yep, they're gods.
Yeah,
they're
God-
definitely the most powerful, most feared thing in the entire Digimon universe. Not the big dragon guy with the fucking blades and the guns and the fire breathing and shit like that. It's like, no, the 5 foot nothing schoolgirl. That's what you got to be scared of.
Yeah. By the way,
That's anime. By the way, that's anime in a nutshell. You're welcome.
That's very true. Yeah, this wait, this person right here, Bacchusmon, that guy's the coolest. He's just a Pokemon.
Bacchusmon?
Or sorry, he's just a Digimon that all
Careful. Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I
buddy.
got a Nintendo.
Buddy.
Nintendo just got crazy. They got
I think
a
you
little
just
bit
got
jumpy.
patented.
Bacchusmon is literally drunk the entire game.
Beautiful.
And that's like
Bacchus,
his
like the okay.
that's the character. He's a alcoholic. And that's it. That's what he does. Also, I have to say,
Is he walking in like? Is his special move like embarrassing you at your wedding or something like that?
no. He's just an alcoholic. Like, he doesn't embarrass you. He is embarrassing. He's embarrassed to exist because he's an alcoholic. The localization in this game.
He's self-loathing.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Wait,
Yeah.
Bacchus is the god of wine.
Yep.
He's, oh my lord, what a sad monster.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. It's a wild game, but I had a pretty good time with it.
So let me understand this. His name is Bacchusmon, which means that the trait of the monster is alcoholism.
I wouldn't say it's a trait.
Yeah, but what is his trait? Because Bacchus is a god of wine. So like what kind of monster is he? He looked like is he a big grape or something? Like, what is he?
He's like a giant
Looks like a Pac-Man to me.
for honestly, the best way I could actually, and this, I'm only embarrassed because one of the Outer Worlds devs just joined. He honestly looks like a big pink sperm, and he has a very tiny head, and so that his body.
Don't most Digimon look like what they're supposed to be or whatever? Like what
I don't know. He looks like maybe a grape, maybe like a grape, like a, I don't know. There's a lot of crazy designs in Digimon.
Well, I mean, Bacchanalia is a wine field orgy, so that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So he looks, he's got like a shrunken head on the top of him. There was another one that I was gonna. Oh yeah, the localization in that game is. Here's how crazy the localization is. You're talking to one of the side characters is straight up a streamer. They are a streamer through and through. They talk about how they stream. They talk about how if they stream a certain thing, they're not going to get high viewership, so they have to stream a certain, like, they go real deep.
Oh.
And one of the lines is like, I think the line verbatim is, "I'm not a 100 view Andy." Like, that's how far they go with the localization in that game, is I'm not a 100 viewer Andy in a Digimon game. And that's where I was kind of like, this game's all right. Like, this game's not bad. They understand. They understand the world. So, yeah. Anyways, 41 hours into it. There's multiple difficulty modes unlocked when you finish the game. It's good. I had a good time with it. I think we're ready for this this Outer Worlds interview, but we need to take a quick break to get everything set up. So let's do that now. Chat, you're gonna get some dead air for a sec because we got to mute up and chat with folk. And I'm not able to play music at the same time. I might be able to. We'll see what happens here. Let's take a quick break though, and we'll get everything sussed out, and we'll be back with some Outer Worlds devs right after this. We'll see you guys in just a sec. All right, everyone. We are back here. We're joined by Matt and Brandon from Obsidian Entertainment, the design director and game director on Outer Worlds 2. My first question is, do you guys happen to call it Outer Wilds at all at the studio, as much as I mess up the game name on this show?
I can't say I've done that yet. I can't say that.
Okay,
Not yet,
it's a
but we
hard-hitting
absolutely know
question.
what people are saying when they're.
I have a very bad issue with it. If it happens during this interview, the reason why I opened with that is to just apologize right out of the gate.
I know I've gotten before in an actual interview. I've had somebody that didn't actually know the difference and started talking about the Outer Wilds. And
Did they think it actually was a sequel to the Outer Wilds?
they just got completely confused, and so they started talking about it, and I was like, I love that game, and I can talk about the game. It's not my game, but I can talk about that game if that's what you want to talk about.
Oh man. Well, we're here to talk about the Outer Worlds, not the Outer Wilds.
That's how you like differentiate them. Outer Wilds doesn't have a the Outer World 2.
There you go. That was the whole point of the.
Eventually, we'll just merge them together.
Yeah.
We'll be good.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, honestly, that's how I remember which one's which, is because one has a the and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, there you go. That's the secret. In terms of where we're at, the three of us as players, I finished the first planet. I think, Co, you're on the second planet? Oh, you're muted, Co. On your end.
Ha! So I'm about, I want to say either like a third of the way or halfway through the second planet. And I do not know how many planets there are. So that's where we are. Golden Ridge. We're
a few more.
Yeah. And then Zeke, are you playing it offline? I think you are, right? You were talking about that earlier. You're playing some of it?
I have not picked it up yet. I'm not going to lie. I was thinking about like, should I lie for the guest? No, I'm just, guys, I'm here for fart jokes and color commentary. So that's my job here.
And great tips on how to tell games apart via the name.
Yes.
Also,
yes.
We appreciate that tip from earlier.
I wrote that one down for the next one.
Okay.
every game I do from now on is to start with the.
That's just how it works. Yeah, how it works. Well, first off, congrats to you guys on the Outer Worlds 2 coming out, but also like Obsidian's had a crazy year. You guys have put out 3 games this year. It's
pretty insane.
How is that? Are you guys like going into the holidays now, just like, are you thankful for?
At least from our
man. Well, go ahead. No, you can talk.
From our perspective, we have multiple teams that go on at Obsidian. We're kind of used to that, right? Like the whole time that we were independent, we always had multiple projects going on. So like I was working on Fallout New Vegas, but Alpha Protocol was still, in the mix, and we always had a couple things going. So that's not really super out of the norm for us. It's actually good for us to have a couple things going on. We used to do it more of like risk mitigation, right? Oh, if one project gets dropped, then the whole company doesn't go under. Now we're just kind of used to that pattern. Now it's rare that we would have a bunch of them drop all at the same time. That's kind of crazy. But it kind of worked out that way today, this time, and we kind of leaned into it. But the projects themselves are kind of separate, right? So the Avowed team is the Avowed team. The Outer Worlds team is the Outer Worlds team. And we might do some support here and there, but they're largely separate entities that kind of are all under the same roof.
Yeah.
And then with Grounded 2...
Do you guys like play softball league, like versus like each other, like dart leagues?
We actually do have a softball team. We don't have 2.
Obsidian softball team, yeah.
Or there used to be. I think it actually got dropped recently. There was.
Yeah. But with Grounded 2, we actually ended up using that as like a collaboration, a partnership with Eidos Montreal. And so, they've actually been supporting that really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to see. I mean, who knows if that'll ever happen again over the course of Obsidian for sure.
I
think it's more of a
hope that it doesn't. I hope it does not.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: we're all separate entities.
Comms team.
Yeah.
Right, we're all separate entities working on stuff, right? But that doesn't mean that we have infinite resources. And so sometimes it's like, all right, we have a specific graphics programmer, for example, that we want and Avowed wants and Grounded wants all at the same time, and it's like, all right, get in line, figure out like what's the most important. We do that for a lot of our central tech as well. We have a team that was working on tools for content generation, and every project has its own variation of what it wants and needs out of those things. For us, that might be, let's just say, for example, we can't do anything with like a tool that programmatically generates vines, and we're like, all right, well, yeah, that's cool that it exists, but we don't have a biome that's going to make use of that specifically. So I guess we'll wait on that, or maybe we can use that for wires. I don't know, we'll try to figure out how to use this in some weird way. But yeah, it ends up being kind of weird like that. But to Matt's point, we're just so used to working in this way. And you had asked, like, hey, are you now taking a breath and whatever? We've legitimately been working on the next project for 6 months. Not fully, but we've had people setting that up, working through the IP, working through the setting and what we want to do with it, getting some things in place. So now that we're kind of done with this, we can really kind of turn our attention to that and start working on the next thing.
Nice.
So where does the new Fallout take place?
No comment.
Oh, okay.
No
Well,
comment. No
we
comment,
had to
man.
try.
He
right
tried.
back.
He tried.
So,
he tried.
that is such an interesting thing to hear, because it's wild to think like a company like Obsidian, which is not, now under Microsoft's umbrella, but before, you guys were kind of the definition of, we're doing this ourselves. And now this year you
Right.
put out 3 different products that in many ways, like a single studio may not quite get up to snuff on one of those in, a period of time. That's a pretty wild thing. I was not aware that you guys were quite as interiorly defined as that. So, and that actually brings up a really interesting point that I was going to ask you guys about, because like you guys released Avowed earlier this year, and then later in the year you released Outer Worlds 2. They're both kind of immersive RPGs, and they have a lot of similarities, but they feel very different. Like you could almost say like the feeling that I've talked about on stream a few times. It's like this kind of has the same like Prey Austin, or Arcane Austin, like Arcane, and like there's almost these different feels. Have you guys ever considered kind of like naming your sections and like attributing projects to those? Like this Outer Worlds team was made by Obsidian this, and that Avowed was Obsidian this, and like this is their next project, and because they do really have they almost have their own voices.
Yeah, I mean, every game director, at the very beginning of a project, whatever the goals are, they're not always the same. I mean, and to be clear, you can see that from Avowed and from the Outer Worlds 2. We just had different things that we were trying to do with it. With the Outer Worlds 2, in particular, it was important to me that we had a big, deep, crunchy RPG, right? Stuff that, look, man, we're not immune to hearing what people say about Obsidian and about us and about oh, the talent is gone. The talent, they worked on New Vegas. You're talking to people that have worked on New Vegas. We understand what that means. We understand what all of that is, and they're not wrong. Like sometimes, over the course of getting new people in, making new games, seeing the trends for things, sometimes it's all right. RPGs in general start to get a little bit more streamlined, take a little bit of the rough edges off, because hey, you can't let the player do something bad. Then they'll have a bad time, and then that's bad. And then we were kind of talking about it when we were talking about it, like, yeah, I mean, we're not actively trying to make somebody's game a nightmare for them, but also at the same time, if people aren't building a character with synergies, if they're making weird choices, that could screw you up in some weird way. You could piss off an entire faction in our game, and now you cut yourself off entirely, and you're not going to be able to walk that back. But that's important, because those are the choices that it makes your choices actually matter when you're doing something. If you could kind of change or respec literally anything that you do at all times, then it starts to really kind of ask the question of, were you actually making any choices at all at that point, or were you just progressing through the game and getting a certain number that you can just throw into whatever you want? Now, again, that is perfectly fine for some games. Like that is the flow they're trying to go for. That is what the feel they're trying to go for. Just in the Outer Worlds 2, that just wasn't what we were trying to do.
You can definitely feel that. That's one of the things that I've loved so much about. So I like I said, I don't know how many hours I'm in yet, but I'm definitely, exhausting every conversation, going to every location. This is the first time in a long time that and I don't mean just from Obsidian. I mean from every game. We've had some great games this year, like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We a lot of very immersive, well-told story games. This is a game where I have not yet really felt like an NPC does not have something interesting to say, or a funny anecdote, or just some bit of value to add. Unfortunately, I played some games where I felt the opposite, where I felt like everyone in the game is just kind of there to push the story forward or make sure the player knows this or this. And yeah, it's been a very nice breath of fresh air in this. I'd say the writing has been on point. I don't know who you hired as a thesaurus for that one particular faction, though. Oh my God. Like, I like to think I have a decent vocabulary. I've had to Google at least like 5 or 6 words at this point.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly immersive, and it's it definitely shows for sure.
Yeah, I think that was
pretty
mostly
great.
Joe Fielder. I think that was. Are you talking about Order of the Ascendant?
Yes.
And yeah,
Yes,
I think that was mostly Joe. Yeah, obviously Leonard has a lot of say in that as well.
Also, fantastic voice selection. Like I have not yet met a single character outside of one guy who I could be like,
All right,
"You're
who
like
is it? Who is it? I want to know who this is because I have
Okay.
one guy that I think is garbage.
It's the old guy in the camp, the skinning guy. He's the older
I know who
dude,
you're
but
talking
you could easily tell he's 30-year-old turned to do an old man voice. And it's like that's the only one where I was just like, okay, I was with you until this guy. He still does a good job, but no, like all the voice work has been so good, and it's been so natural, and it's such a nice breath of fresh air to feel like you're in a world instead of you're in a museum having it just presented to you, making sure you get all the bits and parts in the right order. Like it's been very great for that. So especially now, since I just learned that my 2 biggest issues, my map disappearing and my subjects resetting, are now fixed. I'm returning on Monday, so I'm hoping we'll hotfix. I think there's like
you know what's funny
funny,
you know, it's sad, I guess, maybe with some of those kind of bugs that you run into is sometimes it's one bug that is causing like a whole host of weird things that can happen for various people. We think we got it. We think that it's fixed. There was a lot of stuff having to do with quick save and quick load that was apparently getting through the cracks. So if people were using that at all, it could do some really, really strange things with conversations where it was resetting them
I
or
use that like a
dumping map
fish
data.
freeze water. So that's
Right.
that's most of my game is quick save.
So I hope that it is completely fixed up for you because I know how frustrating it can be.
Awesome. I was one of the lucky. I had no issue. Like every time I had that happen to me, I was able to just talk my way right back up to where I was and keep going. So that was actually, I hope I'm good and we'll be good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to returning to it. But it has been, the whole game has been, the words I've kept coming back to is that this is like peak Obsidian. Like this is where, like, let's just do everything like this moving forward and we're going to be great. So I can't wait to see the end, but I'm very
that's
excited.
certainly
for sure.
What we were going for. When Brandon talks about the differences in game directors and what their goals are, we very much on this project, we're trying to look back at like what classic Obsidian is, and trying to bring that forward in this project.
Yeah, I mean, not even just Obsidian, but Black Isle, Troika, like, all the stuff that when we were coming up, we were like, all right, these are great. And now I have someone like, for example, Leonard. Like, well, how do you not use that resource to really lean back and go like, hey, what did you guys do on the Fallouts? What were you doing on Vampire? Like let's talk through some of this stuff. And there was times on the project he told me, well, that's stupid. You shouldn't do that. And I would be like, well, I'm going to do it anyways, and I'll walk it back if it doesn't work. And about 75% of the time he was right. And I was like, shit, I should have just listened and not done that. But sometimes you have to scratch
25%. That 25% can make some of the best stories. So it's like, it's good. It's good to try that kind of stuff. That's crazy to hear about the throwback. One thing that I've noticed so much in this game, I went in like, okay, I think I'm going to do this skill, and this skill. But there are so many skill checks everywhere.
Yes,
that like everyone comes, what's your build? Well, jack of all trades, obviously, because there's skill checks happen everywhere, and I want to do stuff. So it's like I can't. There's so many things that your character customization can influence that it's I can't specialize, and I love that feeling. The entire time I'm just regretting the whole time, like, why didn't I take that damn flaw that gives me more skill points? Should have given. That's been my biggest thing. But that's been very.
Yeah, well, when you turn that
flaw.
down. Yeah, when you turn that down, I was like, okay, with the way you're building it, I was like,
yeah. My whole thing is like, I thought I was going to press lockpicking all the way up, right? And just be able to open everything. But then I was like, but there's just too many other things. There's so many skills that are useful in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And I have a couple zeros and I'm still angry about it.
It is kind of nice though that like lockpick isn't the cure-all for getting extra stuff in the game.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you guys put a lot of stuff behind like engineer, strength, even just like noticing something in a room with the observation. I like that you don't get access to everything because you decide to specialize in one certain thing. That's a really fun thing to go through an RPG on. I got to talk about these flaws because I have a very different experience than most players, and two, what the game you guys actually suggest doing. So I took the flawed flaw. And yeah, first off, let me just say the flaw system is incredible.
Flawless.
It's flawless. Yes, it is insane how cool it is that the game picks up on things that the character does over and over, and they're like the most obscure things. I feel like most RPGs are always trying to reward the player for the way that the player wants to play, and they never quite really get it. This game, while it doesn't necessarily come across as a reward because the flaws are mostly negative in nature, it is a reward because it almost is kind of like you guys are talking to the player and being like, hey, we see you're doing this. Here you go. Have fun.
Yeah. I mean, so
that's
very,
awesome.
very much like when we were looking at the second game and starting to try and figure out what we wanted to do with flaws, right? Because the first game had flaws, but a lot of those were, hey, we're observing you do something poorly. You want to do more poorly at this thing for a perk point, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow. At the beginning of like starting to figure out how we wanted to approach it on this game, my pitch was, okay, well, let's flip that around a little bit. Let's observe what the player's doing and say, hey, we understand you're engaging in this play pattern. If you continue to do this, if you lean into this aspect of the game and incorporate that into your build, you'll get rewarded for it. But it's once you like start leaning away from that, you stop like utilizing that system specifically, that's when you start taking your penalties. And so that was a way of trying to figure out a way where we get players to engage with the system but also make it part of their build in interesting ways. And then from there it was we worked with our lead systems designer Kyle Koenig, who came up with a huge swath of the flaws in the game. We were just looking at like what are our different player fantasies that we're supporting, what are the play styles, and what are our game systems to see where do we think people are going to engage with those and what kind of fun, really cool things that we could do with it. And because they're optional, except for you, we figured we could be a little out there with some of them, right? Like we could do something that will really change how your game feels, because if you don't want to take it, you don't have to. Or if you want to like really see how that feels differently, you can lean into it and do something really fun. And another thing that we ended up doing is we only designed out like, I don't know, 75% or 80% of them to start. And then we left a bucket of them for, okay, the game's kind of in place now. Let's watch people play it and see some places, oh, you know what? They're doing this thing. That would be fun to lean into, right? That's where something like I think Brandon came up with the Stargazer one. Sungazer, I mean.
Oh yeah, Sungazer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a bug.
Where
Yeah. It was like, well, no, we were actually. It was during when we were putting together the demo for the N-Ray lab. Do you remember? So it was around that
yeah,
time.
you're right.
Yeah, we were cleaning up a part of the build. Co, you might be near it. Like there was the N-Ray lab that's part of the critical path. It's medium, whatever. We were doing that for Microsoft. We're like, all right, we're going to show them. They'd never seen the game before, and so we're like, all right, let's clean this area up. We'll put together a little demo for them, and we were playing around with it, and we had like these weird lens flare things. Anytime we had reflected light off of something, it was like lens flaring. It was like super weird. And so I was like, oh, it'd be funny because like sometimes we get stupid with the flaws. We're like, let's just do a sun gazer one where you stare at the sun, you just get like an astigmatism or something. And so they were like, yeah, I think we can do that. And so they did that. So that's one of those things. It's not like building on like what kind of build you make, but it's just it was a stupid little fun thing that we were having fun with. That because it's optional, you can just kind of get away with that.
Yeah, that's one of those
stuff like responding to player feedback. Like in early playtests we had, we got a lot of feedback, people like running out of ammo, right? And there was like this push for like, oh, you got to seed more ammo into the world. And we're like, well, we don't want that to be like over, we don't want to just bombard the player with these resources. We want them to have to think about it, engage with crafting or engage with, vendors and stuff like that. So instead, we actually put in a flaw where like if you keep running out of ammo, you'll be offered a flaw where, hey, now the vendor prices on ammo are like higher, but you'll actually get more guaranteed drops of ammo from corpses to start to like allow the player to opt into, okay,
Play
cool.
that way if they want to. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
really
I haven't
fun.
found that one yet. I don't.
I
Think.
haven't either. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I have the reloaditis perk, so which is phenomenal.
Over
For me.
prepared,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I
I
love
got
that.
over prepared. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's perfect. I love
bet
putting 5 shells in my 3-barrel shotgun. Like it's, it's so good.
I bet you that's going to be probably like the most taken flaw, because that was definitely like hey, yeah, I do that all the time, and we see that just over and over again. And the downside's actually not too bad, especially if you are playing into that pattern already.
Yeah. But it's so. I am glad that I know that some of the flaws exist, but like the sun one, for example, I had that. I don't know if that was in promotional or maybe it was in a review or something, but I knew that it existed. So now when I'm walking around, if the sun's out, I'm looking like at the ground, walking forward, because I know if I look up a little too long, I'm all right. Yep, let's go ahead and accept that. Then I'm walking around with the stigmatism.
If only they had put some big red warning before you took the flaw about affecting gameplay or something.
I love the kleptomania one. That one, as someone who goes through every room doing exactly what Ko's doing right now and loots every single tiny thing. When I first happen into a town and I'm like, there's a quest person there. I walk into the room and I'm like, that's something I can steal. That's something I can steal. I need to make a line here and then take a sharp left. Because if I get too close on the left side, I'm going to drop reputation with this person. So it's very much like shaping my gameplay in a fun way. It's having me like think about almost every single encounter because I don't want to just like grab something off of the shelf and drop reputation with the town or whatever.
I'm still waiting for somebody to take foot and mouth and accidentally dismiss their companion because of it.
Wait, what does foot and mouth do? I don't know if I found that one yet.
I bet it's like dialogue
so-
for you.
Yeah, so foot and mouth. If you skip through conversations a
Oh,
lot,
yeah.
you'll get offered foot and mouth, which is okay. You're skipping through conversations. We put a timer on your conversation and say like, cool, you have this amount of time to select, and if you don't within that time period, we'll select for you at random. And so when we were just testing that, we had seen like, oh yeah, if you're just talking to like if you're talking to your companion and then you have that option of like get out of my party forever, that could happen. I'm curious to see. We were like, should we guard against that? We're like, no, that's part of the flaw. Let's see how that plays out.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Are there any like super rare flaws that you guys put into the game that people haven't really found on a widespread level yet?
I have to think about that. There's so many flaws.
Yeah,
there's like 30 something flaws.
There's
so
30? Okay.
Yeah, there's like 30, 31, 32, something like that.
Okay.
While you guys are thinking, I actually had a question about the flaws, just from someone who hasn't played the game yet. Can you deny every flaw that you get? Can you just say no to all of them?
Yeah.
So you don't have to accept any of them?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Now, if you say no to one now, can you try and get it later if you want it?
No, it's gone. You'll never get. You'll never get another
one and done.
opportunity.
So you deny it, you're done. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, the way it works is like as you build up and trigger certain thresholds for flaws, they kind of get put into a queue, and then we have a timer that allows a flaw to be offered to you. And so when that timer goes up, and then you re-trigger one, essentially like do an action because we want it to be like tied to something you just did, then that's what will initiate the offer for you. Okay. And then if you decline it, we remove it from that list.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fantastic system. One of my favorite in the entire game. So much so that we need more flaws. We needed
Hey, the DLC.
Yeah.
The DLC, you'll have more flaws.
There you
Guaranteed.
go. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd never even thought about that style of almost like the game learning how you play, and I want that to be in every game now. Every RPG, I want it to respond to how I'm playing. I love it so much.
Well, so let's hear it. Give us a flaw idea.
Oh God.
You're the designer now. Let's go.
I would just make really evil shit though.
Let's hear
There's
it.
even
Give
people
us
that
one.
No,
like
I got one. This one is for Kobe, but also for me in video games. What about someone who dies to gravity too much and you give them a little parachute or something like that? Like your flaw is that you fall off of shit so much that we're gonna give you a parachute, and but we're also gonna make you tremble when you're in high places or something like that.
That's good. So what's cool about that is while we may not be able to do parachute in that, we'd still need you to be able to die in certain places, or we'd have to build the game out. What we could do is key into, if you have your double jump boots, we'll auto fire it off for you at the max distance that it could, so that you have better potential to recover. We could totally do something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, here would be mine. If you save scum enough and take the flaw,
The over prepared flaw.
then there would be a
that's
chance every time you load in, if in combat, you get some small combat buffs. And if you don't, there's a very small chance that you load it on a save scum and it deletes every previous save.
Beautiful. I love it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
evil.
would hate that code. You would lose so much progress.
I would never take that flaw. No. But someone would.
JP would.
I would probably take that because imagine the response to that it's such a one way or the other, you're going to respond in a very profound way. And
It would be hilarious.
That.
I feel like taking the flaw should be if you agree to this, please type agree at the line below before clicking the accept flaw button.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's amazing.
And then we have to evaluate whether you're worthy of it or not. I'm sorry, I don't think you're ready for it right now. We're gonna
according to your accuracy ratings and loot percentage, we don't think you're gonna be able to do this. We're sorry. Yeah.
I don't know how hard it is to get around quick traveling and stuff like that, but I was thinking along those lines, instead of losing your progress, just put you at the save spot of a previous save.
Oh, where it loads a previous save
it
spot?
loads you with the same progress, but in a completely quick save spot.
That'd be cool.
When you fast travel enough times, you can get one that gives you a chance to sometimes find some extra credits on the path. Like you're traveling, you find some coin
Right.
but it randomly sometimes drops you off in the middle and doesn't allow you to fast travel for 5 minutes.
Yeah, put a timer on it. Hell yeah, that'd be great.
You just get stuck in the middle of nowhere, where's my ride?
That's pretty good. I like that one.
I don't know what would trigger it. I'm trying to think how you would trigger it, or what would be the track. But I would love a desk pop where you just randomly shoot when you're talking to someone or something like that. And it's called desk pop, but I don't know what the I don't know how you trigger that.
Is there along those lines, JP? Is there, because it seems like this might already be a flaw, but in the middle of conversations, you just have flatulence or a belch. You're just in the middle of talking to someone, you're oh, I don't know how to get this gem. Is it up the?
I gotta say,
stare awkwardly at each other.
They just turn around and puke.
Yeah,
JP just got me the idea. Get a perk where randomly in a conversation for no reason your character may just go woo and fire his gun once up in the air.
Yeah,
and all NPCs around you would act like you actually fired a gun. What are you doing?
By the way, you three are doing exactly what we do when we talk about.
When you talk about,
it wouldn't be fun if we did this thing over here. We're no, that's
awesome.
We could never do that. But what if we did do this? And it was very, let's do that.
Well, it's probably, in the design of it, you kind of mentioned it, where like how many of those flaws were on player behavior where you were actually looking at the data of different play tests and being like, oh man, people really love reloading before they use an entire Mac. So let's give
I don't know.
them.
Did we didn't do anything specifically off of data, did we?
There was no like
Just watching
analytical decisions from it.
No, I don't think that there because
Observational.
we do have some of that, but a lot of it is anecdotal, just like either with stuff that we do
That's
or
awesome.
I mean, we do a lot of play tests, so we can watch people playing as well and go like, all right, well they're doing this thing, like let's do something for that. Like again, the ammo thing was one of those
Yeah.
where it was like, all right, we're running a bunch of play tests. 30% of people are saying they have too few, too little ammo, too few ammo drops. We're like, all right, let's do something with that. So that does come up every so often.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, there was that one, something like the glutton perk, I think, was just watching a bunch of people eat food and see if like, oh yeah, we don't actually have something for that. What if they're just constantly eating this stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a RP like staple. It's like, oh, I don't have any healing potions. Let me eat 70 wheels of cheese and
Yeah, absolutely.
get 2 HP each time.
Yeah.
That is such nice QL, by the way. Just tap Z, boop, all food got like.
It
Oh,
just
I love
gobbles it
that.
all up.
It's so there's so many little things like that in the game. It adds up very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a problem with that in terms of messaging, because there's still a lot there in terms of, oh, do we just like pick something up and have the person eat it? So 'cause people didn't have any clues of what was going on. They thought they were actually healing with the inhaler, and we were like, well, no. So we changed the icon. There's some audio cues, things like that, but we could have probably even pushed it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it works great.
I just saw like this. It might be the okay. Lazy Buddha from your chat co. The ADHD flaw.
Uh-oh.
During a conversation, part of the line is just blurred out. Like that's the flaw. It's like you can't.
So you can still
you're
select
paying
them.
attention
You just can't read
here
them.
and there. So like yeah,
Oh, I
there's
like
like
that.
a sentence that's blurred out here, a word that's blurred out here. Because
So what would
Sorry,
pretty good.
it just starts trailing off, and like a new sentence just starts forming at
exactly
the end of it.
garbled.
So I get
I
what's
think
funny
that'd be
there
fucking
is
hilarious.
what'd be hilarious there is if you got that perk or that flaw, that could open up new dialogue. So then there could be like special dialogue where the person would start talking about a complete tangent, but would lead to something cool. So it'd be like,
Awesome.
like some guys asking about a nuclear code, and it would be like, do you have the flaw? So I had a goldfish once, and I have a funny story. And that would like launch into something, and then the guy with the nuclear codes would be like, you know what? I don't even care about the missile anymore. Just turn it off.
From a gameplay design, it'd be awesome if the camera would just follow something else in the middle of conversation.
Just drifts away.
Yeah. There's like a squirrel in the background or something. And it just like
That's a good
zooms in on
All right,
it.
that's really
It's
good.
like
I like that a lot.
Mysterious Stranger, but with a cat. Every so often, a cat just shows up in the background, and the camera just drifts over and zooms in.
Yeah. That'd be great. The
Cat
dialogue
sits
box
down and
just
licks
goes off the
itself.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah, the cat's just licking, and the conversation just goes on as normal, but it's just a cat taking a bath on the screen.
You can really do some evil stuff with it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I mean, you guys are probably fully aware, but it's one of those things where you can't detract from the game itself. At that point, you're just making a flaw simulator. So you like don't want to do it too much, but
yeah, there is a game that
Yeah.
around these flaws, by the way.
the flaws are, I just love them
It
so
is
much.
it is the thing by far that people have latched onto the most. Even people that don't really enjoy RPGs or any for whatever reason, that thing has been the thing that they've just been like, oh, the flaw system. The flaw system's awesome. We love the flaw system.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, to your question / point earlier, yeah, I mean, it's something that we can't do for every game. Like, it doesn't make sense for every game, but that kind of reactivity of we're watching you and we're changing the gameplay around you and offering you new ways to play the game. That is something we can do and will do for future projects as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of shifting topics here, talking about difficulty and how you guys approach it in RPGs. I feel like it's such a difficult / fine line of like, well, what do you do to make it more difficult? And a lot of times, HP values, I think, are one of the first things to be adjusted. And in this game in particular, when you guys were talking about ammo scarcity at the beginning of a run, playing on the hardest difficulty, those fucking crabs take like 40 shots. Like it's a lot. And I was having a really, really hard time, so much so that I would bump it down to like hard until I would actually get a couple, go visit a couple vendors or get enough money to have enough ammo to deal with threats in the game. How do you guys approach like difficulty, and is there a like right solution to it, or do you just have to choose a solution and go down that path?
I think it depends on kind of who you're asking about this, right? So if you're asking me what do I think the best solution for difficulty is, it's changing up the types of scenarios you're in as part of the difficulty. And I know Pillars, we did this where on easier you might have one character or one thing you're fighting, and then on harder difficulties maybe you have more of them, and then on the hardest difficulties you'll have actual like different kind of scenarios, because you'll have, okay, well there wasn't a caster in here but now there is, or you can even start changing the types of like spells or equipment or whatever that they're wearing, so it actually gets better. That is also insanely expensive and difficult to do.
Well, it's a different game, right? Like,
Yeah, somebody has to basically like go out there and go like, all right, for every difficulty setting, let's decide what the encounter should be and how it should play out, and it might be different. But in my opinion, that is the best way, right? And then there's other ways as well, which is, and again, something that we're very likely going to be adding on post-launch now, in patches and whatnot, and definitely for DLC stuff, is what kind of extra difficulty options can we add so somebody can make it difficult in the way that they want to. Originally Matt had wanted to do a more fully featured system of a lot of different difficulty options, and then selecting a difficulty would just choose some of those. We walked that back a little bit just due to some time constraints and things that were going on, but I think Matt, like if you wanted to go a little bit more into that.
Yeah, I mean, I just envisioned it more like like a graphics menu, right? You can set your presets of, easy, medium, hard, whatever, but then we expose, well, this is what it's doing for AI. This is what it's doing for health, damage output, etc. Actually, I think Doom Dark Ages did something kind of similar to this,
Mm.
where you could modify very specific elements of the difficulty spectrum to kind of craft it into something that was unique for you. But something similar to that is kind of what I was envisioning for like a way for the player to kind of opt into that. Also, we haven't done it in this game, but I like the idea of kind of observing the player and then modifying elements about it to like match their skill level. But we haven't really engaged a whole lot into that spectrum yet, but I would love to start playing around with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like an AI director, right? But it's essentially monitoring you and trying to craft that experience around your skills.
Right.
For this game, the way that we looked at it is like, okay, well, how many of the core systems do we expect the player to really understand and have mastery over? And so like on normal, it's like, it's just a balanced experience. You don't have to understand all of the ins and outs of the damage types, of like armor systems, of weapon modding, of optimizing your build. You can just kind of have fun, right? But as you escalate in difficulty, the way that we look at it is we expect you to start digging more into and understanding how these systems fit together and synergize, so that you're utilizing more of that gameplay space. So things like, Crabbles, taking a lot of damage, cool. Understand that they're high armor. Look at our weapons, try and see what kind of stuff you can do for armor penetration there to optimize like getting through them. And as we start getting up into the higher difficulties, we're like, okay, cool. Now people should be really utilizing mods effectively, trying to synergize their build with their equipment properly, so that they can really overcome these challenges. And certainly a lot of a lot of the player base, once they start really getting into the nitty gritty, can make some pretty crazy stuff
Sure.
that we've seen.
Yeah, people will always kind of find the most OP things, and that catches like wildfire, runs through all the social media, and you see a lot of the player base start to lean towards that stuff for sure.
I think we do also, while we do scale like health as well, we actually scale damage output at a higher rate, with the idea of the fact that you should essentially be able to make fewer mistakes to succeed. We don't necessarily want it to just be, hey, it's a giant slog because you chose a higher difficulty, but we want it to feel like the challenge against you is higher. I might be able to take 1 or 2 shots, but if I'm like careless with the system, that's when it becomes more difficult.
Got it. Okay. Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. Zeke, any other questions, comments?
I mean, for me, I've just loved hearing the insight kind of on the different decisions. One thing I did kind of wonder about the game as a whole and kind of the mechanics involved with it. What was your thinking in how Outer Worlds 2 interfaces with Outer Worlds 1? What was your perspective in like, okay, we made this game. What was your perspective in now we have 2 and the journey that got you there with it?
Yeah, so probably about a couple months, 2 or 3 months before we shipped the first game, we knew we were going to do a second one. So that's when I had kind of jumped on. And one of the very first directors I brought on was Matt. And we kind of just talked through like the goods and the bads of what we were going to be putting out, what we thought people were going to think of it, what we thought of it personally. And we did a full breakdown of literally every single system in the entire game. So we went through, all right, does this make the cut? Do we like this thing? Do we want to change? Should we just keep it as is? And we went through the whole, and you'll notice there's some things like disguise where I didn't like the disguise system. I thought it fought against exploration with how it was built in the first one. So like, all right, we're either going to come up with a system that works really well and that we're going to like and it's going to be good for what we're doing, or we're not going to have it in the game. And so it was removed. And we've gone back and forth in the beginning about a system like a New Vegas system where, it's based on what you wear, and the nightmare that includes is insane. If you're treating it right, it's like, okay, like that's gonna be wild. I don't know if we can actually support that properly. So like we threw out a whole bunch of stuff. We pulled back on it, but the whole point being, like, we went through this whole thing and this whole rigmarole for everything that we did. And we did that for the story stuff, the setting, trying to amplify the things that were important to us. Oh, okay, is it important that, for example, I don't know, we don't have AI, but we do have these machines that simulate AI if they're in. Okay, great. Then like let's lean into that. Let's make sure that those things are like when you're running into auto mechanicals, make sure that they sound like analog when we're doing it. So we go and we like try to figure that stuff out, because the important thing is when we're taking this next game, we don't want to throw away everything that people were loving from the first game, but we do want to start to curate that of like, all right, what is the direction we really want to start taking this kind of long term? And again, that goes through that whole list of things from top to bottom. You'll notice, like, why are factions the way they are? Well, I like New Vegas and I like that, but one of the reasons is because factions in the first game only kind of mattered in the region that they were in. And so we were like, well, what if we had a much larger I guess more omnipresent factions that we could bring through, and we could see that journey of kind of not only the player but these multiple factions throughout the entire game and throughout the entire experience. And so that was really kind of what that was targeting, is like, all right, how can we take what's there, make sure we keep the really good parts, and not lose the flavor of what the Outer Worlds is for anybody, but just really try to amp up all the stuff that we knew that people weren't going to be feeling, like the combat. Like, all right, what can we do with combat to make it feel better, from not only gunplay but like how compositions work, the amount of things you're fighting, stuff like that. Okay, great. Like, what can we do for RPG systems to make them deeper in ways that we know people are going to want, and make it more reactive? Like, what can we do to expand exploration itself? Like, we have these areas, they're larger areas, but in the first game, a lot of times you would walk over to something, a thing that should be cool or should be interesting, and there's nothing there, and you're like, all right, well, let's make sure we're not doing that, that we're putting extra emphasis on, if the player is going to be drawn towards something, there's going to be some type of reward for them there. That's why you start getting a lot of those collectibles and things as well, of like, there's always hopefully something for you when you try to go around the corner that you didn't think something was going to be there, or when you see like some cool visual marker and you head over to it, you're always getting kind of something cool and unique out of that. And so that was really the philosophy of like, let's just take those things and kind of just push them to the extreme where we could.
Not to bring up a different game, but that's how Avowed felt. Like every around every corner, you're like, oh, no one's ever been here before. Like, oh shit, there's a treasure.
Yeah.
Great. Very Obsidian.
Yeah, that's one of the best things I think about both Avowed and this one, is you're always rewarded for going a little bit further into the unknown, as it were, instead of just like following the critical path. One of the best feelings as a player, for sure, is finding that random piece of food, even though it's just food.
Well, and to your point, it's also one of like the lowest points right? It's great when something like that happens. It's fucking horrible when you go into it and you're like, I expect something to be here, and
Sure.
it's not. It just reminds you, oh yeah, that's right, I'm playing a game. Oh yeah, that's right. And so we want to minimize as many of those as we can, right? We want the player to always find something cool and interesting kind of wherever they're going. Elden Ring was great at this, man. Like
Yeah.
when you go into Elden Ring, every single location you're going to just has something for you, whether that's lore, whether that's like a cool little upgrade. Even if I'm not using that upgrade, it's still fun to get upgrades even if I'm not going to use them. It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Maybe someday I'll make a build that does that. That's awesome. And that's the feeling we're trying to get, ultimately. I don't know if we actually hit something that great, but like, in the future, we're going to continue trying to push those things, make exploration actually matter when you're playing these games.
Well, a random kind of almost joke of a question, but like, do you guys not put waterfalls in the game for that reason? Because you can't put something underneath or behind a waterfall every time? Like, has that just become a design flaw now where game devs hate them? Because
It's not a flaw, it's a test on game design prowess.
Everyone's like, well, there's waterfall. I got to go look. And then there's usually nothing. It seems like that one's got to suck.
Number of waterfalls, actually. And usually there's something behind them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
We probably just didn't have the waterfall tech yet when we were
Here we go.
Or like in Fairfield, when we redid Fairfield, the artists were, one of the pitches was like, we're going to have like this waterfall area because, we have the elevation now. But all right, you guys don't know this. Fairfield was very, very flat before. And then probably about 6 months to 8 months before we shipped the game, the artists came over and they were like, this is boring as hell. Can we make this the very first area you're going into interesting and cool to look at and fun to be in? We're like, and originally I was like, I don't think so. That's just so much work. Like, how are we going to do this?
I was
Like,
going to say, you're talking about the whole level changing. That's, yeah.
They were like,
my
in
God,
1
dude.
week, we can completely do it in 1 week. And I'm like, oh my God, I know they're full of shit. But I was like, all right, fine. Go ahead. That's fine. And then, of course, it took like 3 weeks or a month or whatever. But it was better. It was significantly better for it. I couldn't
love
agree.
it.
But one of the things they wanted was a waterfall. And we're like, well, where's the water going to go? And like, hold on, you want a waterfall? Where's the water coming from? And like, they're like, well, like there's something off in the mountains we could do. And I'm like, oh my God, no. There's no waterfall.
It's a spring, an underwater spring in the middle of town.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But it coming out of a
no.
bronze statue. So real quick before we break, I know we're running out of time here, but one question, we have kind of a unique opportunity with Matt here. So Matt has done New Vegas, Tyranny, now you're on Outer Worlds 2. So you've kind of been behind the scenes in the thick of some of these, the best versions of these games being made. You talked earlier about like the difficulty theme and how you want to kind of see that progress, especially with the AI stuff. Are there any themes you've seen kind of grow between these two games, or any you see growing maybe even into future projects that are like really exciting to you, that you're seeing like, oh, this is something that we thought was going to be big and now we kind of either know it's big or getting bigger? Any of those themes that over time you've seen kind of become more than what you thought?
So definitely things like flaws show me that people really want these worlds that are reacting to their actions, not just their conversation choices or even like their build choices, but the things that they do that affect the world. And that's something that is very, very intriguing to me, is how much we can play into the story and the world itself reshaping based off of player action. And one of the games that I think about a lot actually is, and Brandon knows exactly what I'm going to talk about, is Alpha Protocol. And Alpha Protocol being this extremely reactive story. It's tighter and more focused, and is constantly like reacting to various things that the player is doing, even if you don't know it. It's one of those games that has maybe a problem with a lot of hidden reactivity, but when you break that thing apart, there's so much that story changes. And there's even one ending that I will not spoil, but there's an ending that when I found it like recontextualized who was good and bad in this world in a way that I was like, holy crap. And that stuff is super intriguing to me. So for me, it's like trying to figure out how can we keep pushing on that vector of an extremely reactive world and a reactive story in ways that you haven't seen before. So not only just choices, but like how the player engages with the game itself and reacting as much as possible and actually showing that change in a meaningful way.
Love it. Awesome. Great. That, you know, I'm funny enough. There's this big push that we've been seeing lately with immersion, and it sounds like that's exactly like the line you guys are crafting. This meticulous immersion. You're really there. You're really experiencing it. The game's reacting to what you're doing. Yeah, it's very exciting to hear. So very cool.
And I think that's like I think that's for all games, right? Like I remember Gabe Newell in a documentary about Half-Life 2 was talking about like, hey, at some point in time they had to define what does fun mean. And they were talking about, well, fun for them, for their definition, was how much the world reacts to your input. They were talking about things like, hey, if I shoot a wall and there's no decal or there's no spark or something, the world's not reacting to my presence there, and it lowers the value of fun. And they take that like across the board of like if the player is doing an action in the world needs to respond in some way. That's what they define as player fun for their games. And I think that totally works. And for RPGs, like we try to take that to the nth degree, just um, allowing it be the observation of the player themselves instead of just like the world reacting to things like guns and whatnot. But I think that idea of how reactive the world is to the player input, directly defining the fun value is totally true. And you see it even actualized in things like indie games. There's a term like juicy is something juicy. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. But what it means is like how satisfying it is for like something to hit and react, right? That's where you get like a screen flash and a little bit of a camera shake. Like all of these things together make an action feel juicy, and that means like it's a satisfying reaction to the player's action. That's something that I think permeates all games.
For me, it's all about the Foley. It's all about the sound effect. Did I crunch his bones? Did I make a splort while a like bullet went through his arm or something like that? Like
legitimately
that's
though,
the
right?
shit.
Legitimately.
Hey, dude, it's all that
Absolutely.
little. It's all about the little things, man. It's all about all those little things adding up to make that one big
Yeah.
juicy picture.
Well,
Absolutely.
and that kind of stuff can be like extremely important to the gameplay experience. Brandon and I, we only just touched the surface. We started playing Arc Raiders recently together, and just hearing the audio design there,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
in terms of like this thing right off in the distance, and that changing your perception of the world and what actions you need to start pursuing. They did a phenomenal job on that. That soundscape is so important. It's something in game development will oftentimes you like misdiagnose a problem, right? You might be working on, say, the feel of a weapon really early on in development, and you're just trying to work on the animation. You're like, it doesn't feel punchy enough. And oftentimes developers can get stuck like trying to overcompensate for that, where really it's no, you need that audio in place. You need that little visual effect to be playing exactly as you want it, and then it's going to feel awesome. But you can't really judge that until you have all those pieces together. And oftentimes those pieces don't come together until much later in development. So you can get into a spot where you're actually misdiagnosing a problem, maybe spending too much time on something that isn't as important because you don't have all the pieces yet.
I can imagine that understanding that fundamentally can save so many hours of work.
Absolutely.
Oh my lord! Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very cool. Very cool.
Without question, without question. I was asking my chat to see if they had any questions. One of the things we didn't even mention, but I think is definitely worth bringing up in case people were not aware, the radio in the game. How did
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
obviously we know the inspiration and everything behind that, but like, you guys knocked it out of the fucking park with that.
Do you,
stuff.
by any chance, have a name you can give us? Like, who oversaw this radio thing? Because I mean, I don't. It's the quality, the lyrics. Like, did every person do their own thing, or did one person kind of
There
umbrella
was
this
a
whole thing?
lot of there's a lot of parents of the radio system.
But there's a few
if
key
you're
people.
yeah, I mean, so obviously, folks like Leonard Boyarsky was very big in terms of how it's supposed to feel, how it's supposed to sound. Joe Fielder, he did a lot of the writing and even some of the lyrics for the different things that we were doing. Tony Blackwell, who is our production director, took a huge hand in kind of guiding how it is, because he's got a lot of musical talent. He was an audio director before, and he's actually an artist himself.
He wrote
And
some of the
so
songs too.
he wrote some of the songs. His wife actually sings
man.
on some of the songs too, and she was so damn good that we were like, don't change the singer, like use her.
Wow.
Yeah, so and we use Interleave. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that worked on the BioShock radio stuff or songs. Do you remember his name? I apologize. I wish I could remember
From
his name.
Interleave.
No, I don't think it was
Uh,
from Interleave. I think it was somebody else we brought in.
Oh, not
But
sure.
but
Now, when
anyways,
you guys
there's
are talking
so
about
many
the
people that
radio,
worked on this.
yes.
when you guys are talking about the radio, you're talking about like it's like music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a full in-game radio that literally rivals like the quality and immersive elements of New Vegas, but every single thing on it is meticulously tailored. There's like multiple faction radios. The songs have lyrics about the different corporations. The advertisements
Oh,
are
okay.
about the
Oh,
different
wow. So
sides.
it's all
It is
proprietary, like music.
100% proprietary, and it's good.
Wow,
it's like
that's cool.
it's not like just immersive music. It's like actually like
Well, the songs are catchy
good
as
music.
hell.
Yeah, it's really
But-
good music.
Yeah, they're
wild.
catchy as hell, but they're almost like absurdist in content. In terms of like the different faction songs.
There's an
and-
entire song that is basically all about the negative effects of a product, like may cause diarrhea, explosive vomiting, just like
Yeah.
goes, but it's like perfectly well sung. It's so like well sunk into the it's wild. It's
Yeah, the overall the initial goals here obviously were like, yes, we want a nice radio system that rivals New Vegas and other games that do it. But it was also, all right, we're using this to do world building. We're using this to build out these factions because it gives you a unique perspective on the factions. It's in particular, how do they view themselves? How do they talk about things? What do their daily lives look like? Even something as simple as all three of them have propaganda. How does that play out differently depending on who you're listening to and what's going on? What kind of products are they eating or using? Like those types of things really start to build up an idea of who these people are, even if you're not even directly talking to them. And that was so important. In addition, and it's funny, something you even brought up, Co, which came up, which was, hey, because these are not licensed pieces of music, people can stream these.
Yeah!
And they don't have to turn.
it's
turn off the
so
sound.
great
That
for
was
streaming.
really important for that too.
It's so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I turned it on and had this dawning where it was like, oh my God, I could basically play like a Fallout-ish style game and enjoy all the music and we can all do it together. Like it was, it's really nice.
That is true. I did not even consider that. Yeah. Well, I guess my last question, and you guys touched on Arc Raiders already, but in a year where you guys have already had an insane year at Obsidian, but it's also just been a standout year for games. What else have you guys played, or what else are you playing? Is there anything that you think is, stand out-ish thus far in 2025 for either of you?
Definitely the Outer Worlds 2 is a major standout.
Besides, of course,
Good answer. Good
Outer
answer.
Worlds 2 and Valve and Grounded 2 and
No, just the Outer Worlds 2. All right, if you're gonna put one game,
okay, all right, fair enough.
Even
Fair
better.
enough.
I tend to play. So this is gonna sound kind of lame, but like my brain is usually fried at the end of the day, and so I tend to not go into like really big, deep RPGs. Although now that we're kind of done with this, I'm gonna jump into a lot more of them. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is on the list right now.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing some really great stuff. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna get done now that I'm finished with this. I tend to play things that are kind of I don't want to say like brainless, because it's not brainless. It's just more like it's instinctual in a lot of ways. So something like Ball Pit right now, I'm
Hell
playing.
yeah.
Oh,
ton of,
we were just talking
Yeah,
about it.
it's having a great time with that, and I mean I love roguelites and it scratches that itch. But I also go back to the classics too. Like right now I'm replaying for like the 6th or 7th time Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a mixture of a bunch of things. What about you, Matt?
Dude, what stuff have I been playing recently? Actually, this weekend I was playing the Halo 1 campaign through again, just to see, because I want to see how they changed that in the new version
Sure.
and have that a little bit more fresh in my eyes. I did start playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 just recently. Just still really early, like maybe 5-6 hours into it, so I'm just scratching the surface of that one. Before that, I was playing. Actually, I'm still playing a lot of Ball Pit. That game is freaking super fun.
Hell yeah.
And then I started playing Trails in the Sky first chapter.
Nice.
That remake that came out.
Yeah.
I never played a Trails game before, and so I was trying to figure out like
There's like
what is it
40
that
of
people
them.
like. Dude, there's so many.
Yeah.
They're huge
Good luck.
too.
Good luck.
Yeah, so I'm scratching the surface on that one. It's got some interesting stuff in it. I actually do really like the idea of being able to strategically go between like an action combat system and a turn-based combat system, and that being like something that enemies can force you into, or you can strategically decide when it is most valuable for you to be in one mode or the other. And I think that's probably like the most interesting idea I've seen from that game so far.
Yeah. Yeah. My chat is exploding. Have you guys played Expedition 33? Either of you?
I have.
Okay. All right. That's all they wanted to know. They didn't want thoughts or anything. They just wanted to
I
make
wanted
sure.
I wanted Brandon to be like, and I stand by Outer Worlds 2. I know what I said what I said.
I'll let you say it for me, Co.
Hey, I honestly, before you guys go, I'm kind of sad. We may have to have you back on after we've all beaten it. Because like I there's lots of story
Love to
things
be
and
there.
other questions and things that I'd love to talk about. But, and I'm sure
Yeah,
now,
I
have
mean,
you
I love
guys
talking to you guys. So
have you
anytime.
guys announced? You guys haven't announced DLC stuff yet. Has there been anything confirmed?
We have announced we're
What's-
doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
We have announced we're doing it. So if you buy like the premium edition, we're doing 2 DLCs, and they're currently working on it right now. So we have the group of people, about maybe half the team is still kind of working on bugs and cleaning stuff up, and probably will be for the next few months at least. And then the rest of the crew, along with Beamdog, who we work very closely with, they're heading over to the DLC and getting that spun up and working on that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, maybe we can have you back on for that, and we'll have more to talk about it.
Yeah, we'd love to chat
That'd be
with you
great.
guys whenever
That'd be awesome.
you have the time. Thank you both for joining us here on
Thank you, guys.
I'm
Sunday.
downloading it currently, by the way.
There you go. Plus one.
Downloading it
All right,
right
there
now.
we go.
You
There
got
we go.
plus one. It's worth it. Yeah. Anything you guys want to shout out here at the end before we let you go?
Nope. I'm sorry, I didn't have anything prepared.
Okay.
Didn't want to shout out anything.
Fair enough. Check out
played
Outer Worlds 2.
Outer Worlds 2. There we go.
Outer
That's what we're
Worlds
shouting
2.
out. Outer Worlds 2. Go play it. That's
Thanks
right.
for having us. We're excited to see the rest of Code Stream.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
We're
both
continuing
for joining us.
Monday afternoon. We're returning, so I'm looking forward to
He
it.
says
Pick
he's
back up the pace.
He's got to put down arc raiders first.
Hey,
It's-
I go into those streams and I actually give hints in there sometimes. You don't see it obviously, but like I'll be like, turn on the protector radio. Turn on the protector radio.
Oh, that's you. Oh, great. Okay, great, excellent,
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's the username not Brandon. Funny enough, that's his Twitch.
Not
Yeah.
Brandon TOW2 for life. The number 4. Yes, perfect.
Exactly. All right, we'll let you guys have the rest of your Sunday. Thank you both for joining us. You're welcome on the show whenever. Just let us know.
All right, I'll be here next Sunday. All right,
Okay,
cool.
all right.
Okay,
Tune in next Sunday.
We'll see you next Sunday.
All right.
Yep.
We're out of
That's-
here.
You guys, thanks.
Thank you
so
both.
much, guys.
Fantastic. All right.
Oh man.
Whew, those guys were fantastic. That was a great session. Love talking to folks that are so transparent on game development and everything going on. And if you haven't, I'll do them one up. Play Outer Worlds 2. It's fantastic.
There you go.
It's a great time.
If you want to watch it, like I said, I'm back to it tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be returning to it for sure because I've been itching to get back to it, man. I've been addicted to Ark, but like I'm having a great time in Outer Worlds 2. So going to go back on tomorrow and excited for it. Yeah.
It's a good
those guys
time.
those guys were great. It's so refreshing to be able to talk to the people that are actually creating the things that we love playing. And they're just so candid and just like you said, transparent and just like very, very real.
Yeah.
And I like that. In a day and age when it's quickly becoming less real. It's nice having real.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know this is a big question, so I'll comment on it here. Do you need to play 1 before 2? No.
No, you do
Not at all.
not need to play Outer Ones before 2. They did that consciously and specifically. And it is the kind of thing where if you play Outer Worlds 2 and you really enjoy the humor, the style of humor and stuff, go back and play Outer Worlds 1. Like
Yeah.
it's a different enough experience and it's a funny story. If you like that style, it's a funny story. But Outer Worlds 2 is standalone, and you can start right there just fine.
Yeah, and I guess this is a way for me
Oh.
to say, go ahead.
I was fine. The Outer Worlds 1 DLCs are phenomenal, especially the second one.
Oh,
In fact,
okay.
I like the
I didn't know
story
that.
of the second Worlds 1 DLC better than the main game story. Like, they're great. Like a whole freaking murder investigation. You're in the middle of it. It's like very interactive, very escape room. It's cool. Very cool.
Got it. Yeah, I was gonna say that to echo kind of what Brandon was saying. I tend to play the more mindless stuff off stream because I was trying to play Outer Worlds, and I ran into the group, the faction you were talking about, the Order.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
for a game where I want to turn my brain off, talking to the people in the Order, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Like,
No.
two sentences into that dialogue, and I'm just,
Yes.
what? What are you fucking talking about, man? I'm gonna press 3. Oh God, they're still going into board. This is very verbose. Fuck. Yeah. So, if you're looking for a deep RPG in that regard, it's also got you covered.
A lot
there.
of fun.
Yeah. That is the Outer Worlds 2. We've been playing Arc, or Co's been playing a bunch. How many hours do you have in Arc Raiders now? You have played more than like most FPS main streamers.
About 40 hours.
Yeah,
About 40 hours.
that's crazy. You're one of the higher levels in the entire game that I've seen. Where are you at on the
What?
leaderboards, by the way? I haven't even.
60-ish?
Okay, got it. Yeah, you've been playing a lot. You've been locked in.
It was really good.
I will say, you play it very differently than most people, though. Because your approach to fight is not getting the best strategic position. Your approach is opening comms and going, friendly. And
then if I don't hear them, quickly figuring out how I'm going to kill them as quickly as possible.
Yes. Yeah.
That's yeah. So I definitely cast a lot of diplomacy. That's what I do. I cast diplomacy and I attempt criticals. Sometimes it crit fails. It really stings sometimes when it does. Had a few betrayals. Not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
bit.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right.
We've had it, and a few mistaken identities, we'll say. But no, overall, it's been really fun. And the beautiful thing about Arc Raiders is the solo queue is such a massive, massive thing for solo players. That's because when you're running around, when you're sneaking around, meticulously listening with your headphones, doing everything you can to survive, which is, to be real, what a lot of solo players play like, that puts you in the mindset to receive a diplomatic action. It's a night and day thing in terms of how susceptible that person will be to wanting to work together. If you're in a squad, if you're running with someone in Discord, if it's just you and your buddy, anytime somebody says, hey, friendly, that's not a decision you make. That's a decision hey, what do you want to do? You want to kill this guy? You want to get this guy? And the more the people are, the more of a thing it's become. And that barrier prevents a lot of that from happening anyway. Most of the time, people just don't, hey, just kill everyone you see. Whatever, just kill everyone you see. That's like the normal thing. That's the way a lot of people play this game, and it's a fine way to play it.
Yeah.
But solo opens the door to these interactions where the game is designed so well with an enemy that is so easily able to lock you down and kill you in the right situations, and that is the arc robots, that you really can get this us versus them thing when you're solo. It is safer to travel with other people. If you are with another person and someone tries to gank one of you, that you will not only probably get the ganker's loot, but maybe the buddy that got killed that you were running with. Look, it's like free loot. So it's like running with a loot pack. So there's so many reasons. There's so many gameplay advantage reasons to being diplomatic. When you are running to extract, if you are running with 3 other people on the map, you are not going to get ganked.
Yeah.
It's
At
just
least
not
solo,
going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's an actual gameplay affecting cast of diplomacy there. A lot of people are like, oh, you're not shooting, you're just being a baby. Yeah, well, the guy that's just shooting, he's going to be the guy staring at all 5 of us while we extract because he knows he doesn't have a chance against us.
Right.
And he's gonna extract with his kit and all of his ammo because he knew that he would have been dumb to try to attack our group. So it's a different way to play for sure. But I have to say it's had some incredible encounters. We've had a lot of fun. Like, it is so much more entertaining for me to play this game in this way than it is to just click on heads.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I think my biggest takeaway is someone who has not soloed that much. I've only played like 4 or 5 hours of the release, but with so many of these like extraction shooters or really even so many just shooters in general, competitive games in general, you don't really like get things unless you win. Even if you die in a game like Arc Raiders, your experience bar still goes up. And that is like
You
the
have
win for me. Is
2
the
save
experience
slots
bar.
a lot of times. Absolutely. You have a quest that you completed. Like, there's so many things that can happen that are forward moving, even if you lose all of your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been my favorite thing is the XP is king for me. So like I will most of the time get involved in an encounter rather than if I'm playing like Tarkov in the past, I would fucking hide in a bush shitting myself, not wanting to like get involved. In this game, you want to get involved because shooting that arc is 200 XP, or throwing something is, throwing a grenade is X amount of XP. So always getting more and more each run, and looking at that rather than, oh man, I lost my favorite gun or whatever because I died. And I don't care about the loot in that regard.
One of the things I've been doing that's been really helpful is whenever you go in with your good set of gear, like mentally plan for the fail.
Yeah.
Put everything on your character and be like, I am not leaving with this. I am a one-way missile. Like, I'm going in, I'm going to go in a blaze of glory. I'm going to get shot from a direction I wasn't expecting. And then that person's going to teabag me as I leave this world. That's what's going to happen. Those are my expectations. And that way it's like, if you die, it's like, cool, whatever. I was expecting to lose all anyway. But if you get out, it's great. And it's even more fun. But yeah, definitely breaking that mindset of to have fun, I need to succeed. That is, I had my entire 20s. I messed up that connection and it was a problem.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm so glad as I get older that's coming back. And it's like, now all I can do is try to tell people like, you'll have so much more fun. If you just, it's so much more enjoyable. If you can just like shift that line of thinking over a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still
on that journey, but we're getting there.
Indeed. That's kind of Arc Raiders. Not much has changed from the beta of that. If you didn't like it, then
looks crazy.
The roadmap is crazy. They're actually putting a lot of content out, which is good.
In a short amount of time.
And it's doing well. Funny enough, I thought like it's one of those things where so many people are like, well, is it going to be Arc Raiders or Battlefield? And a lot of people were not really expecting both, including myself. Both games are doing phenomenal. I think Arc Raiders was like 300,000 yesterday on Steam, and Battlefield was like 500,000.
Also, people kept saying this is going to be the Tarkov killer. It's like, dude, a lot of people playing this are just excited for Tarkov 2.
Yeah,
like
everyone's like 1.0.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of like, I see a lot of people who are just like, I'm just playing this until Tarkov 1.0 drops. And it's like, cool, okay, awesome. Yeah. Like maybe they'll all do great. They cater to very different audiences, so I think they're both going to be just fine, to be honest.
Yeah. Zeke, what have you been playing? And I'm not just leaving immediately after asking this. Ollie's been like wanting to go outside for 2 hours and 20 minutes now. So please, Zeke, what have you been playing? And I shall return as soon as the dog goes to the restroom.
He's gonna fucking leave. What a dick. Okay. What have I been playing? Well, I played Hollow Knight Silksong. I did that for a fulfillment of a if then. I played that for an entire stream, and I gotta admit, I liked it more than I thought I would. I really did. I don't know. I probably won't go back to it on stream because boy did it not get viewers. Holy shit, no one wants to watch that fucking game. So it's great though. It really was. I had a lot of fun playing it, and there was a couple of like tips that I got that really helped me. One was like, if you come upon this particular thing, just avoid it and come back when you're stronger. That was good. That was a good tip. And the second thing that I learned, not from playing it on stream, but before I went on stream, was the pogo thing, the diagonal pogo thing. Get really close before you, like, if you're doing the platforming stuff, the platforming sections, be close. Don't try and hit it from a long way away. Be close to the platform you want to bounce off, and it'll make your life a lot easier. And it fucking did. And get good at that pogoing, because it's really valuable on lots of enemies and stuff. But it was really great. It was a lot of fun. It's hard to deny, like, the cute parts of that game, like with the singing
the bugs and
the
stuff. Yeah,
the singing and the dialogue and that one lady going like,
Yeah.
She's pretty great. Yeah.
she's great. The map bug, whatever his name is, he's great. His song is great. You get it. It's hard to get them out of your head once they're there, though. Tell you that much.
Yeah,
They are brainworms for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. So I played it, and here's okay. I will equate, like, the difficulty of this game is kind of like the difficulty of when I played Cuphead. Like, everybody said, like, Cuphead was super tough, and everybody said that Hollow Knight is super tough, or Silksong is super tough. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It is, because it tests your patience. If you take your time, mostly, if you are willing to spend twice as long on a boss or on an encounter or something like that than you think you should, you will succeed a lot more. And that's kind of what it was for Cuphead. Like, if you pay attention to the attacks, you don't have to get hit most of the time.
Yeah.
Because they're not, like, impossible to avoid. You just want to get all that damage in. Just settle for your one hit of damage, and the fight lasts longer, but you'll get it done. And that's how I handled, like, the first couple of bosses that I had. It was like, all right, you jump up, poke, and I'll wait, and I'll wait, and I'll wait, jump up, poke, and I'll wait, and I'll wait. And that was it. It wasn't like slash, 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 slash. Like, my instincts were telling me, like, that's what you should do. You should be slashing them as many times as possible. But if you take your time and you're patient, the difficulty is mitigated a little bit. But everything everybody's saying about the game is absolutely true. It's gorgeous. It plays well. It feels good. Your fucking thumbs hurt afterwards. Like, it does. Like, my thumbs were definitely in, like, pain.
Yeah.
I mean, like, sore afterwards, after playing for 7.5 hours or whatever. But it's good. It's a lot less, at least from what I had experienced. I thought I was going to run up against the Metroidvania, like, dead ends more often than I did, but it's not as bad right away. Like, I thought I was going to be like, okay, I'm going to run past this. That's a double jump. I'm going to run past this. I need, like, a brick breaking something. I'm going to run past. Not as much as I thought it was going to.
A lot of that stuff is, at least in Holland, I haven't played too much Silksong. But a lot of that stuff is, like, kind of hidden, like,
sure,
in a smart way, I guess is how I would say it. Yeah,
I'd agree.
Because it doesn't present you with that much stuff right out of the gate. At least Hollow Knight, and I'm assuming the same for Silksong. Yeah. It's funny. I came back and you were talking about diagonal jumps, and I was like, Silksong.
Yep, that's it.
I was immediate to be like, yep, that's Silksong. Yeah. There's one of those games where I got to go back and I played for only like 3 or 4 hours. I need to go back and play it.
This will have to be an off-stream game. Like, maybe I'll finish it at some point. Like, I've got so many games that I need to play. Like, I would love to check out Ghost of Yote. That would be nice.
God, I gotta go finish that.
I would love to have time for that. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that game, I did the mindset of I'm only 2 out of the 6 Yote 6, which is that's not a spoiler. It's just like where people will understand that progression. And when I did number 2, there's so much content in the game that I was at 40 hours, and I was like, all right, game complete. Let's move. And people's like, what about the other 4? All right, I am now the master of Yote. And I just haven't gone back after that.
Call me John Yote.
Yeah. But God, there's so much game in that game. And there's so many games in this year that are just like this. This is like what, a 30 to 40 hour game, I think Silksong is. Where I'm just like,
Something like that.
yeah, I'm just like, God, there's so much. And then I'm playing fucking shit like Digimon. Where it's like, why are you playing that?
If that is not in your top 10 games of the year, that'll be very strange.
Zeke, it's his game of the year.
But you
I don't-
finished a game off stream for the first time in a decade, you said, or more.
I don't think it's going to be in my top 10.
Why
And it's not that I like hate played the game. It was just, it was exactly what I needed at that moment to play, where it's like kind of a brainless game that I enjoy playing at night or on my days off, to where I don't feel guilty playing it and like not having that shared with the audience. Whereas if I played like Silksong, I'd be upset with myself because the audience would probably want to see my reactions to things that they have strong reactions to, you know.
Sure.
To where with Digimon, like, but chat doesn't, there's no, oh no, the evil is here. My reaction is like, let me get a Funyun. like I don't have strong reactions to it, but
Oh no.
yeah. I need to play more Silksong. You spent like 8 hours with it though, right, Zeke? Did you get
7? Yeah.
Did you get like a good amount into the game, or do you feel like
I
you
would
barely
say so.
scratched the surface?
I mean, I'd say like I got it didn't feel like I left my 7 hours without kind of understanding like what was coming.
Okay.
Like I know there's a bunch of shit coming, but like, you know, the core mechanics are going to be the core mechanics. You know, it's jumping, it's slashing, it's pogoing, so on and so forth.
Got it.
So like, yeah, I got a good handle on that in my 7 hours, and I know that there's going to be just more pain and difficulty if I continue it to come. But I mean, and when I said like the bosses are a lot, or bosses and encounters and stuff are a lot easier if you're patient. I'm not saying I was always patient. Like the
Yeah.
first time I'll be like, okay, let me try this, and then you get frustrated. You're like, okay, I've beaten this phase so many times. Can we just get past this phase so I can get to the one I need to practice on, please? And then you get impatient, and then you start you die over and over again. You got to remind yourself, like, remember, a hit, clean, get away, very valuable. Hit, get away, hit, no punishment.
Yeah. Makes
Also,
sense.
can I get a woo?
Is that in the
For the
game?
fleas.
Oh,
The
oh.
fleas.
Oh, I haven't
The
heard
fleas
the,
you rescue.
I haven't gotten the fleas yet. I haven't heard the noise. I only know
You didn't grant their wish?
No, I played
Okay.
like maybe an hour or two at most. Or
Oh, really? That's it? Oh, okay.
yeah,
okay.
what is it? I don't know what my play time is. 3.4 hours. So 3.5 hours. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Barely touched the surface, I feel. But now with November, I feel like it's going to be time to actually go back to a lot of these games that we just didn't have time for, because October was like big release after big release after big release after big release.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. I've been playing PoE's new season, and that might hold my interest for another 100 hours, given that it's a really good expansion for PoE.
PoE 1?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
That's still going. Okay. I didn't know. I don't know so much about it.
I think that's probably the appropriate reaction. Oh, they're still doing PoE 1? That's still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it launched with like 200,000 people concurrent, which is a shit ton for them. It's in line with all of their biggest/bigger leagues. And it's a fantastic expansion. Has a lot of loot in the new mechanics. It's Breach 3.0 for those that know what that means. They redid Breach a third time, and it's really, 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 really good. I'm also playing hardcore for the, I guess, official first time, but it's because of a change they made in PoE. One, when you die now in hardcore, you go to the regular season. You don't go to standard. So you just go to like softcore. So dying is like less of a thing.
Oh, okay.
If you die, you're just no longer playing hardcore. You're playing
Okay.
softcore now in the main league. So I don't have any. I'm just walking around. No fear of death this time around. Because if I die, oh well. I'll just keep playing my same character. I lost my like bank and stuff, but yeah, I'm okay with that. I haven't died luckily. I'm like I think I'm level 82 or 83 at the moment, and doing quite well. The league mechanic, you overlevel so easily. I finished the campaign and I was level 80, so gives you a good estimation for those that have already played PoE 1 before, what to expect. But at the end of the day, it's PoE 1. Not too much stuff has changed in that core game. Still no WASDA. They did introduce the asynchronous trade from PoE 2. So that's there. But I know the biggest thing that a lot of people are wanting, even myself, I still boot up PoE 1 like last night. I got home from my nephew's birthday and I was like, all right, let's play some PoE. My hands immediately fell to WASD and I started trying to move around. I'm like, wait a minute, this is PoE 1. Let me grab my mouse and click where I want to go. So I wonder if that will ever come to PoE 1. I think they've said that like the animations for it and the character rigging for the game are much more work because it wasn't built from the ground up to handle WASD movement. So that is that. I don't need to go into PoE 1. For those that were asking what build, I'm playing a BSS build, a Bleed Slam Slayer BSS. I think it's like the meta right now. I won't spend too long doing it, but you guys need to play Dispatch. I played episode 3 and 4
I need to
this week.
I'm gonna as soon as it's out, baby.
Man,
As soon as it's fully released, I'm waiting.
man, fucking insanely good. Like I can't say enough positive things about it. How good it is from a story. The gameplay is whatever. It's still the same game. Like it's a Telltale game. You're not gonna. It's more a movie. It's more a TV show than anything. But fucking hell, that writing is so good. Might be up there with Expedition 33 writing for me. Like it's very, 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 very good.
Okay.
Phenomenal stuff. And so I'm episode 3 and 4 are out. 5 and 6 come out this week, and they do the stinger thing at the end of every episode where you're just like, God damn it. I need more right now. Why are you taking it away from me? It's really upsetting when that ends, but it's in a good way. It's like watching peak Game of Thrones or whatever TV show, Breaking Bad every single week. I put in that same thing. So I get, Zeke, that you're waiting, but
I can't wait. Yeah. I mean, I can't wait once I start. Like it drives me insane. Like I tried to do that with Game of Thrones and I fucking hated it. Every episode that ended, I ended very sad, no matter what kind of episode it was. So I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that to myself. If it's coming out, I will watch it when the season is out.
yeah. Do we know what the cutoff is for like the Game Awards nominations? Has Keeley like talked about that? Because like
I think it's December. No, when was Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones came out December, the beginning of December, I think.
I want to say it's like either mid-November or right at the beginning of December.
Okay. I am curious
Which
to
that's
see.
saying November 18th. I don't know where that came from, but
Got it. Okay. I really want to know if it will. I think it'll be all out by then. Because a lot of those, like Aaron Paul is fantastic in that game. And I really want to see if he's up for like best voice acting of the year, which I would think he would probably be up against a lot of Expedition 33 folk. But there's been some other phenomenal performances from so many different games this year. That'll be like a super, super contested year. Yeah, Troy Baker's in there for Indiana Jones, and he's insane. So,
well, according to Polygon, the Game Awards has a cutoff date for eligibility, and this was last year, November 22nd. So it's somewhere around there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very, very interested to see what happens with all that. But we're only halfway through. Still 4 episodes to go, but it's very good. I think that's kind of everything I've been playing. Zeke, what else besides Silksong?
Yes, there is a couple of them that I do want to talk about. One was Keeper. I played Keeper, the new Double Fine game.
The Lighthouse game, right?
Yeah.
How is that?
Yeah. It's great. Get it on Game Pass.
Let me ask you.
It's pretty spendy on Steam.
What is that? Because I know it is the Lighthouse game. I don't know what the game is. I just saw a walking lighthouse.
That's all I know about it.
You nailed it.
It's the Lighthouse
You
game.
nailed it, bro. That's what it is. You start off as a walking lighthouse. It's a game without dialogue, which I love.
Oh.
So you don't have to. You just watch the pretty pictures. You play the game. I will say, like, without any spoilers, it took me 5.5 hours to complete it.
Okay.
That's why I say get on Game Pass, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's still like 30 on Steam. Hold on. Yeah, 30. It's still $30 on Steam. So get on Game Pass if you have it. For 5 hours, even the beautiful, because this game is gorgeous. It is really, really, the audio visual elements of this game are just phenomenal. But you'd expect it from Double Fine, like the people who made like Psychonauts and shit like that. So like, they're really, really good. But like for 5.5 hours, $30 is asking a lot.
That's kind of steep, yeah.
Yeah. But the game is awesome. It's a shorter experience. You can finish in one sitting, but without spoiling anything, it starts off kind of slow and plodding, and you're like, oh god, I hope this isn't going to be the entire game. It's not. It gets more and more, like, the stakes are raised. The speed, it speeds up, like it gets more and more intense as the game goes on until the final, level, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
Like gets really fast and intense, which is fun.
Nice.
So like it takes you through lots of, like, it's a gradual progression, but you really feel it ramp up when it starts ramping up. It's great. But the basic premise is you are a lighthouse that is trying to free the world from this encroaching darkness. Like, it's like a pretty stock thing. The plot of the game isn't super important though. What's makes the game stand out is look at it. It looks great. Listen to it. It sounds awesome. Like, everything is, all those elements are in the right place. So you can tell like where the effort and care and all that shit went into. Like, you don't really, and I didn't miss a plot. Like, I didn't, because it's no words.
Yeah.
So it's like you're a lighthouse and you shine your light on darkness, and it dissipates the darkness. It is light versus dark, like it writ large. That's what the game is. And the mechanics are thus: you shine a light on like that moon thing, and it reveals a scene for you, and so on and so forth. So there is some light puzzling in it, some light puzzle figure out stuff, some light pathing, mazing. Like, you got to find your way around certain areas, but for the most part, it's an experience that I think anyone would enjoy.
Okay.
Just like, I love, this is one of my favorite scenes in the game. Like, look at that. That's a
gorgeous.
screen.
Yeah.
That's a fucking wallpaper right there, dude.
Yeah. No, it's
The
absolutely
light
gorgeous.
puzzling. Nah, if I didn't even realize I said that. Yeah, good job. I meant light as in, like, not too brain busting.
Yeah. Someone in chat, they were attempting to do the math. 5.5 hours in Zeke time. Is that 3 hours in everyone else time? Or is it still about 5 hours in everyone time?
I'm not sure. Like, I there's not a bunch to, like, maybe I did stop and smell the roses a little bit more than most people, but Yeah, I would say 4.5 to 5
Okay.
for anyone. And it's not a game that's meant to be rushed through. It's a game that's meant to be like you know, look around, look at stuff, listen to stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
It's worth
Cool.
it.
All right. That's Keeper. It sounds like I'm not going to do it. What else? You been playing?
Let's see. I played Ire. A prologue.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the name of the game. It's Ire, a prologue. Full disclosure, I played it for the first 2 hours of the day. I played it sponsored, but then I played it for the rest of the day because it is it's an environment that I kind of dig. It all takes place in the Bermuda Triangle on a boat out in the middle of nowhere, like out in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. You're on this I don't know,
Island?
excavation rig. Like
Oh.
it's built for like taking stuff out of the ocean.
Oh, okay.
And you're trying to find out what happened. You're trapped in a terrifying loop with a monster. You'll have to stay one step ahead and survive to uncover the truth. Ready or not, here it comes. It's very much like, it's a little bit like Alien Isolation in that you are constantly avoiding a thing. I don't want to like spoil it if you know, whatever. But you're avoiding a thing, a big bad, and you sneak around, you like you fix things, or you like try to find like pieces of information and stuff like that. Like, and every level is like it's like a new loop, because once you do the thing, like you fix the thing, hooray, go to the door that leads out. And there's a special door on every level that leads out. And then they have the door will have a number on it. So you know how many levels are coming. So you go out the 12 door, and then you go back to the beginning of the loop, and you do a new task for this loop, all the while avoiding the creature. This time you have to fix the communication antenna or something like that. And you go through it again, and you go through the 11 door, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Until you reach the end. And I played it for 7 hours, and I got to what do they say? It's the achievement called The End? ?
Okay.
So, yeah, there is a complete way to do the game, and you collect certain things throughout the levels, secret hidden things. Like I got 2 of the, I want to say 5 or 7, 2 of the 5 or 7, like special things like Dad's pocket watch or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I might have just made that up, but I don't know. But yeah, there's different things that you can collect throughout the levels to like get the true ending, which I didn't do, because at the end of 7 hours of avoiding like having to sneak past a thing, like I was like, I'm good for now. That's all right. I spent 7 hours trying to sneak past things, but it's like, if you like that kind of environment, like this it's very, very solitary, very lonely. But it's also very suspenseful and intense. There's a couple of levels that really pissed me off because of the fucking frustration, because you have to like pick up this thing. Yeah, you get caught. Like there's I'll just say, like, there's a pipe. You pick up the pipe, and you can't sneak, and you can't go fast when you have the pipe in your hand. So you just gotta like you gotta tough it out, and you're gonna get caught a lot. So there was a couple of frustrating levels like that, but overall, I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah, I saw who published this, because I saw a bunch of sponsored streams for this. They must have had some marketing
probably
funds.
Monsters.
What else have they done?
I can't see a thing they've done on Steam, but that name did sound familiar to me when I took the gig.
Okay. Huh. Yep. They had some funds for sure. So that's cool. Ire, a prologue. I thought you were talking about a StarCraft Ire. That's why I was interested. But spooky game, I'm out. Spooky game, I'm out.
It just says on their site, it just says Ire for now, and it also has like more games soon. Oh wait, Storm Lancers apparently is a game that they also produced, made, whatever.
Never heard it. Never heard of it. Anything else? Or Co, you've finished a bunch of stuff. I know that. Like you finished the Dying Light. You finished.
Yep, Dying Light is done. Finished rolled credits on Hades 2. Still need to finish that though. Need to go back and do that. With all my extra time. No, that's been about it. Going to be doing a lot of Outer Worlds 2 and Arc Raiders this coming week, but I think it's I like what are our big releases for the rest of the year?
Anno comes out middle of November. There's still a handful of things. Let me pull up.
Chad, what are you most looking forward to, and what date does it come out?
There's Anno 117, November 13th. Europa.
Metroid, a lot of Metroid people. Yeah, EU5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Europa. Universalis is the 4th.
Pull back to Tainted Grail, yes.
Octopath Traveler 0 on the 4th of December.
Oh, Enshrouded update? Wait a second. Wasn't Valheim supposed to hit 1.0 this year? Before the end of the year? Is that still happening?
I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. Oh, obviously we're forgetting the biggest game release of the year. I'm half joking. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes out the 14th.
Yeah, that's going to be for a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, it will be the biggest game of the year for a lot of people. I will be watching that just to see. I don't know. I don't even know if like Battlefield and Blops are competing anymore. But I want to see like if Battlefield made a dent into that audience, and if people will stick around in Battlefield or go back over to Blops. I don't know.
Oh, Valheim is next year. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Moonlighter 2 is also in middle of November too. The Endless Vault. Z, anything else in your neck of the woods?
Meaning, like, what have I been playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anything you want to bring up?
I played Tormented Souls 2.
I know that.
Well, Tormented Souls 1 came out a little while ago. It's a Resident Evil like, and also I think Dan played it. I want to say Dan played it too, if I'm not mistaken. But it's very much like it's like DNA down to the bone. It's Resident Evil and Silent Hill, very much. You play as a one-eyed female protagonist with a badass leather jacket and a give 'em hell attitude.
That's right.
Okay.
And she's searching through this entire whatever. Well, we start off in a convent and then you move to a mall or whatever. Like those the locations of like hospital, prison, mall, house, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In search of your sister. And you're trying to find out why this weird cult is doing weird culty things, and why are you involved? And that's the whole idea of the game. And there's puzzles, and yeah, it scratches a Resident Evil itch if you so have one.
Graphics look pretty good.
The graphics are really good, and it's morbid too, which I dig. Like you have to. I'm just gonna spoil this puzzle here. That lady in the freezer, you have to take one of her appendages off to get the thing, and then you have to heat it up on the stove because it's frozen. So yeah, there's some gross stuff in there, which I really dig.
Nice.
Yeah. But the game got like I played it for looks like 5.6 hours, so 5.5 hours, and it was going to be a short stream anyways, I think. And I got to a point where the game opened up. Like it started in this little area, and I'm like, okay, so you backtrack, you find the key for this, you go back to this door, you unlock that door, it opens up another wing of the mansion or the convent, and then you find another locked door that has like a grinning skull on it that's going blah, 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 blah. So you got to find the key that looks like blah 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 blah. So you wander around again, stuff like that. Then I got to this other area that like after the 5.5 hours, where it was just like, all right, here's a whole big new area. It's like, oh, this game's got an ass on it, does it? And it does. It's got, but you got to be willing. And at the time I was kind of tired and I wasn't willing to like, I don't want to go wander around like an asshole and backtrack and all that shit. Not right now. I didn't feel like it, but That's what these games are. That's what survival horror games are. It's like you run around,
Totally.
try every single door, mark the doors on your map. This one's locked. This one has a skull key. This one has a little fucking turn symbol thing. All right. When I get the clues, I'll come back to this area. But for now, you backtrack again, so on and so forth. But yeah, it's a good example of survival horror, Resident Evil like.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Good.
It's I have to say, October was so inundated with like new releases that weren't scary themed that the first time that I've seen like scary games is you playing this.
I did, dude. I had a whole list of scary games I wanted to play. I got like viewer voted suggestions and all sorts of stuff, and I didn't have time to play a single one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good problem, but it definitely was like off theme, I guess, is how I would put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last few years have been that way. Where big releases have been in like late September.
People just
October.
get the fuck out of the way of blops. It's really, I mean, they stay away from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They try to put as much distance there. So I guess I get it, but
I unfortunately need to run.
All right.
I've been getting some messages. My kids are coming home earlier than I thought. I need to go do some chores.
Sounds good. Do some shout outs. Me and Zeke,
I will.
I think, keep trucking for a little bit.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. I must depart for now. I will be back tomorrow for Outer Worlds 2 and Dark Raiders in the morning. As always, thank you guys for being here. I got to go, but we will see you next time.
Have a good one. Thanks, Cole.
Bye, Cole.
Thanks, guys.
What else? I think I've exhausted. I'm trying to, let me look at my plate. Oh, I did play RV There Yet. Do you know what that is?
I would love to play that with you. It's a friend slop, right?
Yeah, I hate calling it that, but yeah.
Why? It's a fine term. It is friend slop.
Slop it's just like such a negative thing, negative connotation to it.
What term would you give games like this, like Peak, like Lethal Company?
Fun with friends. I don't know. Fun with friends, I guess.
So fwoof.
I mean, not everything needs a fucking name. I don't know.
Yes, it does.
No.
How long have you been on the internet? Everything needs a name.
I mean, I get that. I get it. I for how much this game is sold, which is like 1.3 million, I think, is what I saw.
RV There Yet has sold that?
Yeah. It is sold a massive amount.
Wow.
I was expecting a much less buggy game, but there was a lot of bugs. Like it was it was a little shocking, like how many times we just had to restart completely because our like RV just exploded and we didn't hit a checkpoint, or the lobby like errored out. I did have a lot of people in chat say that it was at a time super stable, and then they pushed some update to it that made it not stable. So maybe that's what I was experiencing.
They broke it by fixing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
But yeah, it's $8. I can show a little bit of it because people are probably like, "What the fuck is RV There Yet?"
If you want to, dude, I'm all about this shit. The fun with friends. I'm all about the fwiff. So if you want to, I would love to join you for some fwiff.
Okay. We were playing with Naomi and Albie, so we didn't have a fourth. We could schedule
I know Naomi.
something.
I'm looking forward to making new friends with Albie.
Yeah, we could definitely schedule a timeout. And we didn't play for very long because we were having so many issues with it being buggy. But I'll hit you up sometime this week. I played for 90 minutes. This is RV There Yet. This is not Tormented Souls. But essentially, it's as Zeke said, a friend slop game where you're driving an RV across different environments with different encounters. And you have to get the RV there in one piece. There's bridges, there's bears, there's jumps, there's a bunch of different like encounters, water, whatnot.
Okay.
And it's like, you know, the fun factor is in failure and like in the physics and the different things the game has you operating in and around. So I had a good time with it. It just, I wasn't expecting it to be that buggy. It's also kind of long from what people are saying. That it's definitely got some like 10-ish hours, I think, if not longer. Like there's a lot of different things to go through. But for $8, it's a pretty good time. Definitely want to play with friends.
Oh, it's not like a peak where it's like it changes every so often. It's
I
a
don't
one and
think so.
done?
No.
Like you go through it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it's a one and done scenario. Is my understanding. Funny enough,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, funny enough, playing a lot of SnowRunner helped me.
Oh, I bet.
In this game, where I don't know if you might get really frustrated with it because of that. Because there's a lot of like, oh God, we're stuck on this tree. And then if you like back up and the game, I don't know, thinks that your truck is stuck, you just explode for no reason.
Well, that sounds fucking awful.
And I don't know if that was like how it always
supposed
was.
to happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, dude, no, that's the thing. Like, as long as I don't have to fucking drive through it, I'll help you. Like,
Oh, you just
if
don't
I
want
have
to do
a
the
job
driving?
to do, yeah, if I have a job to do, I'll like get out there and jack up the backhand or something. I'll do that. I'll jack it up. Like,
Yeah.
get out there and hook the winch up. I'll go do that. As long as I don't have to actually be behind the wheel, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I want a job to do. That's not that.
Yep. I might wait for like an update or at least a chatter to let me know that it's like not buggy anymore.
Not broken, yeah.
Yeah, because we definitely ran into issues with it. It looks like they've actually put out a bunch of what they're calling small updates. Looking at the Steam page for it, so yeah, it's. I want to revisit it. I want to see the full game. It was still a fun time to check out. RV there yet? And yeah, they've sold. I know at least 1.3 million copies. It's doing well. Funny enough, the Satisfactory.
Yeah.
The previous one of the previous community managers that left Satisfactory is now the community manager on this game. And it was wild to see him pop up, but given the success and or well-received community management from Satisfactory, and then seeing the success of this and or community management from this game makes a lot of sense. Why it's doing so well. That guy can definitely like choose the right projects and knows what he's doing. So
where is it? It's got to be available other places. Is it on all consoles and all that kind of stuff? Because I'm only seeing like 8,000 reviews on Steam, and I know that's not like,
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
it is indicative of how many people are playing or have purchased it, right? So I'm guessing
it's available.
Must have sold a bunch on tons of other shit.
Wow. If I googled RV there yet, and I went to a TV series. There's also a discuss. Man, they don't have like any SEO. I think it mostly blew up from TikTok. To be honest, because like I know Queso was one of the first creators to really like hone in on the game and focus on the game, and he averages about 50 to 60,000 CCV all the time. So it might have just been through influencers blowing it up.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, let me. Game Jam Project RV there yet sells 1.2 million sales in under a week. Yeah.
Yeah, their status though. I mean, like their official Twitch status or Twitter status. RV there yet game 2 million sales in 8 days.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that there will definitely be an article that comes out if there's not already that's studying games like that and taking a look at games like Peak and Repo and like so many of those games that are just selling like outrageous units sold.
Yeah.
And then AAA's like, what the fuck, guys? We can't get no one to play our shit. And we spent $1 billion. What are we doing? So, yeah. Oh, it looks like we're dying at the end of this, or we died for a second.
Hey, we died.
Yeah. Might have been a Barry thing. or it could be a me thing. We're local recording though, so
Yeah, good.
yeah.
Cool.
We can wrap there. I don't think there's too much to add, and it's timely with the internet dying. JP Frozen picking his nose. Yes, take that, Twitch. I wonder if that's
No. It doesn't look like you're picking your nose. It looks like you're smelling your finger. No, like this, like that. That's what it looked like. Oh, we're back now, by the way.
Oh, God damn it.
Yep. Got you, bitch.
You
Woo!
son of a bitch.
Screenshot that.
Yeah.
JP smelling his finger.
Yeah. Might have been a Twitch thing. Whatever.
Little hiccup.
We can call it there. Hey, before we depart next week, we've got Edmund McMillan from Binding of Isaac and upcoming game Eugenics, which
I have to play.
Well, all three of us have to play. Yeah, we got special access from Edmund himself. Did you know that that's a hot commodity amongst
special access?
Yeah, because it's not out. You can't buy it. I don't think. No one. It's still.
No, it's not coming out till February.
Yeah, we got super special access because we're super special people, Zeke.
Hell yeah.
And that means that we have to play it for our super special interview next week with Edmund, or we're super special dickheads. So make sure you play it. I'm going to
this time.
I will check it out.
I will prepare this time.
Okay.
I knew that you guys had played enough Outer Worlds to keep that interview going, and I was like, I haven't played it yet, but that's okay. I'll just be the guy, the guy in the background, just sitting there like,
yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. His new game is called Mewgenics, by the way, chat.
Yes, Mew.
Yeah. MEWGENICS.
Yep.
You can go check it out. Yeah. I need to boot up and check it out before next week, and we'll talk to him. He'll be on, I think, for an hour, maybe the full show. We'll see. But let's do some shout outs and wrap it up.
You betcha.
What do you got going on? Where can people check you out?
Well, thank you once again to the devs of the Outer Worlds 2 for joining us. I do appreciate anytime devs come on the show, so thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to Co and JP for being my co-hosts every week. My name is Ezekiel the Third. I'm @Ezekiel_III. Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. What am I doing? Well, shit, I'm taking tomorrow off because I always take Mondays off. But on Tuesday, I think there was a game that I played that I want to play more of, and I think you guys would enjoy it. It's called Riddlewood Manor. It's a brand newish, like last couple of weeks, point and click game with kind of like a cutesy horror tilt, with some very fun puzzles and stuff like that. So I want to check that out again. So if you want to come out for some point and click goodness, come on out. And if we finish that, we always have another game that I played that I kind of want to keep going on a little bit. It's very weird, called Glitch Spanker. That turned out to be a lot more fun and funny than I thought it was going to be. It's got a very I don't know, Rick and Morty Life is Strange. That other Rick and Morty game, the one with the gun that talks to you.
High on life. Yeah.
There you go. It's got that kind of sense of humor. Glitch Spanker does. So those are the two games I got coming up. No Arc Raiders for me. So if you want your haven from that, come on over. I'll be doing some of that shit on Tuesday. So thanks for watching.
There you go. If you want Arc Raiders, I'm going to be playing it right now. Co said he might join in later, though. He's not going to be streaming, so we'll see if that happens. Jinx will be joining me, though, is my second, and we'll try to rope in a third for that. I'm not sure what we have planned for the rest of the week. Probably, I haven't really dove into Arc Raiders, so maybe like balance that between balance time between Arc Raiders, PoE. Definitely gonna play some more Dispatch. That'll be on Thursday. If you're playing that, definitely stop by so you can tell me. Man, let me tell you, Zeke, people love standing characters you can date in video games.
Shocking. Oh, really? I am shocked. I am agape. I'm aghast.
Yeah, shocking. I know, because let me tell you, I chose someone in that game, and people definitely let me know that I was wrong. So, I'm going down that path. Most people are going down the other path, which is kind of cool. That just happened to occur that way. I'm on the wrong side. They give you the percentages, just like any Telltale does, of your decisions. Sure. There was something like 75-25. So I'm on the 25. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It'll be a good time. That's that though. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Oh, point of order. Zeke's doing a finger.
All right, before
he's smelling his finger. Freeze the video.
No, I just wanted to remind everybody that if you were at my give sub, resub on my channel, we'll be doing the drawing for If Then Tuesday as well. Okay. And one other game that I wanted to point out, Motion Rec, all one word, Motion, REC. Check it out if you like puzzle games. It's a very fun, minimalistic, but very cool, mechanically satisfying puzzle game. And yes, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Huge shout out to Brandon Adler and Matt from Obsidian. That was fantastic. I'd love to talk to those guys more. Just in general, they were a lot of fun. Hope to have them back on the shoe. My blood sugar's dropping. I gotta get out.
Yeah, I need it. I'm like, man, I need a sandwich.
Yeah,
I'm feeling the same.
I gotta go get some food as well. We'll see you guys next time on the shoe. Have a good rest of your week. Next week we got another shoe for you. It's gonna be a good time. How was that outro, Zeke?
Fucking brilliant.
Fuck you.